All right, here we go. This was gonna be my day off. I hadn't really thought I'd get on live stream today. I didn't really think I would. I don't even think some of you guys know, man. Making these videos, it really is some days. I don't know if anybody who upload videos feel like I feel sometimes. You just don't feel like doing it. You know what I mean? Sometimes. Yeah, I think some people can relate to me. Yeah, sometimes you just don't feel like doing a video, but I don't know. I was sitting here, chillaxing, relaxing, and next thing I know, I just wanted to do this video. BJ Johnson in the house. What's up, man? All right, what's up, Coach Chris Ekume? What's up, man? Yeah, some days you just don't feel it, but you know what? Definitely go in on this. I'm just in the right mood. A lot of things, different things happen. So yeah, here I am. I'm here live, live, live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. And guys, I'm gonna stick within the program, and I am gonna start out with Anthony Joshua. Yeah, BJ, some days you don't feel like making the videos, man. You don't feel like answering comments. You don't feel like reading, and I remember, man, 78 Sports TV told me one time, man. Okay, he told me one time, man. He said, "Yo," he said, "Man, sometimes, man, you just get sick of this, man. And some days you only want to." I'm like, "Man, you got." Well, at the time, you had about 25,000 subs. I said, "Man, you got 20,000 subscribers, bro. You got 20,000. Come on, man. Who would love to?" But as soon as I hit about 4,000, I was like, I see what 78 mean. God, dog. But here it is, man. Here it is. I'm just finna go in, man. Okay. And shout out to my man Cali Enigma. Hey, man, we got to get Cali Enigma before I start going in. We got to get him over 1,000 subs, man. We got to get him over 1,000 subs. At least golly, it's May now, so probably realistically, you know, by the middle of June. So you guys hit that subscribe button. The Cali Enigma, LDBC. Chris Ray, what's up, man? What's up, Chris Ray? What's going on, man? Most positive brother on YouTube. Benji, what's up? George Page, hey man, appreciate you showing Janae Hollow Point the love, man. Because these female interviews that I give, they don't get a lot of views, man. They just don't, because people don't know who they are. But George, I appreciate you, man. One thing I say about you, man, George, you love the ladies. It's my boy. But yeah, BJ, getting subs are hard. You just got to keep grinding, man. You got to keep grinding, bro. And look, man, I think I average about 4 or 5 videos a day, man. You got to grind, man. Got to grind and keep at it. Eventually they'll come, man. You just got to just do your thing, man. But yeah, my goal this month, because Callie, he was doing that for Ashley's Corner. He did it for I can't remember who else, but we got to get Callie Neiman, man. We got to get this man over 1,000 subs, man. That's gonna be a goal of mine. And here on out, I'm gonna start putting his logo in videos to get him over 1,000. But guys, let's get into this, man. So okay, so Anthony Joshua, he's trying to they're outright trying to fight Povetkin, okay? They're outright, trying to fight Alexander Povetkin. So what does this mean? Okay. I'm gonna do what blood boxing say. I'm gonna start calling the guy a coward, man. Listen, there's no excuse, okay? We can't make up any other thing. We can't say that AJ don't get all the terms that he want because he wanted to fight in the UK. Wilder said, sure, okay. Hey, let's just make it 60-40 in favor of you. Okay? Let's make it 60-40 in favor of you. 60-40. I mean, it just is. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. But they didn't want, this they didn't want it to happen. Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua, it's the same thing, man. Look, boxing is a sport of pugilism. Why is there so many politics in the sport of boxing? Why? Why is there so many sports? I mean, why is there so many politics in the sport of boxing? I just don't get it. Like, what is it, man? And then I'll leave a comment, man. I will leave a comment on the channel saying, you know what, I don't think Joshua wants to fight. And you'll get about 15 people respond to your comment. The LDBC ain't this, the LDBC ain't that. What's wrong with the LDBC? I'm gonna tell you. Do you guys understand why the LDBC was created? I mean, does everybody understand why the LDBC was created? We tried to call it down the middle. We tried to be fair. I tried to be fair. I tried to make good, positive, insightful videos. But you know what I got? You guys know what I got? N-word this, black tar that, monkey this, monkey that. See, that's what I got. I tried. So now, folks, here go the thing. What do we want? Okay? What do we want? We just want to see this fight. Okay, I don't care, if Wilder, okay, he ducked Klitschko. That's what people saying. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about that. You know what I care about? I just kind of want to see the fight right now. That's it. All I want to do, I just want to see this fight. I don't want the fight to drag on anymore. I don't want the fight to drag on to 2019. I don't want this fight to drag on to 2020. I just want to see the fight. Many of you guys want the same thing. We just want to see the fight. Okay? Just want to see it. And Andrew R., you know what? November is perfect. It's perfect. I can wait until November. I can do that. I mean, heck, everybody can, right? I can do that. I mean, and shout out in the comment section, legendary boxers in there. Okay, my man Armand Rice is there, VSS1. I see a lot of y'all. George Page, George, just playing with you, man. But I just want to see the fight. It's an intriguing matchup. I think Wilder will sleep him. But man, you got $50 million base paid to just go to sleep. It's a risk. It really is it's a slight risk, y'all. I mean, yeah, Joshua could get hurt. Wilder could get hurt. They probably could never go back to their families again. I mean, it's possible, y'all. It's possible. But guess what? Guess what, y'all? That's the risk you take when you sign up. When you put those hand wraps on. When you put the boxing gloves on. When you step into the ring and your trainer puts your mouthpiece in your mouth. When you take the center of the ring and the referee says, "Do you understand my instructions?" This is the risk that you take. And every single fighter that know this, man, they know the risk. They know that, maybe one day they may not go back to their families if they can get out of this ring, or they know that they could possibly, enter into a coma after taking a beating. They know this. Boxing is a dangerous sport. Any kind of combat or contact sport is dangerous. That's why they tell you the risk before you start playing the game. Anthony Joshua, what is it, man? Is $50 million not enough money? The guy will probably end up getting 75 million when the thing's all over. But is 50 million not enough? I mean, I can see if AJ asked for 100 million and Wilder came back and said, here's 50. I can see that. But, $50 million is a lot of money. I mean, I don't know. You think AJ got $50 million just sitting around his house? Or you think AJ got $50 million in his bank account right now? He may have about 20 to 30 million. I mean, but do you think he got 50 million in his bank account right now? I'm talking about, man, this man can get 50 million on the spot. That's just upfront money that he's going to get immediately. See, what they've done, man, they've talked this guy. You got Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn. They've talked this guy into, literally just saying, well, guess what? We can wait. We can hold off. We can try to get a few more paydays. I mean, guys, anybody, even myself, I'm not the big financial guy. I'm not the big boxing aficionado. I'm not that. I know boxing. I mean, me on my channel, I understand more so how to break down stuff. I understand, where you're supposed to throw your jab at from the right angle. If you're a 5-foot guy, how do you fight a 6-foot guy? See, I can break that down to you and tell you that. This financial, all this other stuff, nah, that's not my thing. That's not my thing. But I tell you, I think $50 million could change a lot of things in a lot of people's lives. I think $50 million can do it, y'all. I think $50 million can do it. $50 million can, but what is it? AJ is reluctant to fight Wilder. Why? Why is he so reluctant? Why the hell is he so reluctant? Like, what? I mean, did he just forget that, he's a prize fighter? And, has he ever made $50 million in one sitting in one fight? And and people acting like that's all the money that AJ's gonna get. Like that's all he's gonna get. No, he's gonna get some more back end money. He's gonna get some more promotional money. He's gonna get some pay-per-view money. He might get a percentage of the game. I mean, we just don't know like all the other back end money that he's gonna get. Seriously. Seriously. Wow. Crazy. It's a lucrative time to be a boxer on the highest level, but if you're one of the guys on the low level in boxing, it sucks for you. Because if you're good, and if you're very, very good, okay? If you're extremely good, and if you're a lower level fighter, guess what? You're not gonna get the big fights. Okay, you're gonna take a lot of these little junk fights because nobody on the upper echelon of fighters, they don't want to fight you. That's just how it is, man. And people say, well, Wilder ain't fought nobody in 40 fights. Well, okay, so what does Wilder need to do if he wants to fight somebody? See, let me tell you, Deontay Wilder, he's in a no-win situation, y'all. He's in a no-win situation. And I'm going to tell you why he's in a no-win situation. The LDBC is in a no-win situation. We can't win. Because do you guys know what would have happened if we would have all said, we sick and tired. We didn't, we pissed off at Wilder for going to the White House. Do you know what would have happened? Then the LDBC would have got a backlash. You see, these guys are not rational. These guys only think about the race card. And, Wilder's supposed to be there for Jack Johnson. See, I can see it now. Okay. Everybody, they mom and they daddy would have been saying that the LDBC was wrong for saying that they dislike Wilder going to the White House. But now you got a majority of the people in the LDBC saying that we understand why Deontay Wilder went to the White House. Some of us didn't like the fact he went to the White House, but we understand it and we condone. And it's okay. I'm sorry, Donald Trump he did something good. We acknowledge this. Oh, well, oh man, I thought Wilder was supposed to be, he's supposed to be for the people. He's supposed to be for the brothers, and he chilling with the racist president. See, now that's what the LDBC is getting now. We can't win. We can't win, guys. We just can't win. Wilder can't win. What does Wilder need to do to fight somebody? Okay. I mean, so you put Dillian White in his face. There's no guarantee he gets Joshua if he fights Dillian White. But see, I always ask UK fans this, and I'm not making fun of UK fans. I'm not picking on UK fans. What I'm saying is, why would Deontay Wilder want to fight the guy who was knocked out by the guy he wants to fight? How you gonna explain this? Okay, why does Deontay Wilder want to fight the guy that was knocked out by the guy he wants to fight? Don't you want to fight the guy that's doing the knocking people out instead of, fighting the guys who have been knocked out? Don't that make sense? Don't that make sense? Okay, it has to make sense. Shout out, okay, Reap the Watcher. What's up, man? Beverly Rose, Chris Ray. What's up, man? What's up, all y'all? But it's completely ridiculous to me. Okay, it's ridiculous to the point that Anthony Joshua, it's almost like, man, what is it going to take to get this guy in the ring, man? What is it going to take? I mean, calling him out don't work. It don't work. I mean, you can embarrass this guy. He's not going to fight you, okay? You can talk about his mama, you can talk about his daddy. It don't matter, man. Anthony Joshua is not going to take the bait, okay? It's not going to take the bait. And shout out to my girl Micah Myers sis, man. Hey man, she rocks with the LDBC. Hey, that's my Brazilian sister. She rock with the LDBC. And she always hashtagging LDBC, man. Shout out to Micah Myers sis. Okay. I see a lot of other people, man. Yeah, XA Gucci, yeah, Reef in the house, man. But what? I mean, so Joshua don't have any fortitude. Does Anthony Joshua have any testicular fortitude? Does he have any? Because if he had any testicular fortitude, guess what? He will be saying, you know what? I'm not afraid of Wilder. Yeah, let's fight. Let's get this fight set up. Eddie, do what you got to do. Make this fight happen. But they're not going to do that, man. See, Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn, they've already told Joshua that, look, it's going to be more lucrative if you wait. Okay, if you wait about another year for this fight, because we can schedule you 3 more fights. You can make, another, 15 to $20 million per fight. Then you take another mega fight with Wilder. Do you see how much of the lucrative end that you can get off of this? See, they've already told Anthony Joshua this whole story. They've told him this. So now Anthony Joshua was like, yeah, okay, we got to hold off. But see, the problem was they weren't expecting Deontay Wilder to actually, come up with $50 million. They wasn't expecting that. Nobody was expecting that. Like nobody on God's green earth would have ever thought for, any length of imagination that Deontay Wilder could somehow, okay, get $50 million, get his hands on it. Nobody thought that. I didn't think that. I don't think 78 thought that. I don't think members of the LDBC thought that Deontay Wilder could get $50 million. I don't think they believed it. I didn't believe it, but he did. He got his hands on $50 million. $50 million. I mean, how much money does AJ need up front? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, and Coach Stradamus is speaking. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, and this gonna be the thing. See, what's gonna happen, man? Somebody gonna get in there. Somebody gonna knock AJ off. Okay, somebody gonna knock him off. Somebody gonna knock him out, and then the fight is gonna lose its lackluster. Okay, I mean the fight is gonna lose its luster. It's gone. Nobody's gonna want to see the fight when AJ gets beat. Nobody. I mean, did you see the performance against Parker, man? He didn't look too well against Parker. And Parker was the smaller guy, man. Much smaller guy. No power. Well, he didn't have enough power to hurt AJ. And then AJ, he didn't even want to engage in that fight. Neither one of them wanted to engage. That fight was terrible, man. It sucked. It sucked. Okay? That's just how it is. It sucked. Okay, the fight, AJ and Parker, it sucked. It was a boring fight. And you know what? I didn't even get a lot of views on that video. I didn't even get a lot of views. Hold on, I'll check it out now. Did I get a lot of views on that fight? I don't think I did. I think I barely got 1,000 views. And when I do a post-fight analysis video, I can usually get between 3,000 to 5,000 views. I think I got 1,000 views on that. Like, that's wow, man. That's pitiful. But that ought to tell you that nobody really wanted to see that fight, okay? Like, people, they watched the fight. They watched the fight through and through, but nobody really technically wanted to actually see the fight because we wanted to see him fight somebody else. That was Deontay Wilder. And then you remember how people was running around here talking about, oh, yeah, okay, that video got 1.8 views. Are you serious? Man, I can do a women's MMA video with 2 lower tier female fighters that nobody ain't heard about, and those videos will do 2,000 views. And I'm not saying like, oh, this channel gets like all these mega views, but I'm saying lower tier women's MMA fighters was more interesting than Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker. How you gonna explain that? Seriously. Like, lower tier people that don't even know these fighters did better views on this channel than Joseph Parker versus Anthony Joshua. And the fight sucked. And the fight sucked. It sucked. So, it is what it is, man. I'm disappointed in AJ. I am. I'm real disappointed, man. And, I don't even think, man, you can't, there's nothing you can say. Yeah, we can be Wilder fanboys. Yeah, you can, if you call me a Wilder fanboy, I'm not going to get mad. Okay, that's probably what I am, okay? I probably am a Deontay Wilder fanboy. I probably am. I'm probably going to be a fanboy. I am. So what? But, call me a fanboy. But I just want to see the fight. Well, let me see some of these comments, man. Hold on. What's going on? Let me see. Michael Myers says, AJ is making me tired as Rousey did with all the excuses and BS bully talk possible to duck from. Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay. BJ Johnson, biased but balanced. Yeah. Yeah, I am biased. I'm extremely biased, and, that's okay. That's why my channel is not growing as fast, because I'm biased, but I don't really care about that. But what I do care, the thing of it is, y'all, okay, AJ is going to have to, he's going to have to take this fight, man. He can't let this fight go. He can't, because I think this is going to be an opportunity that he cannot get back. And if AJ completely destroys this opportunity, if he does, then it's a wrap for him. We can talk venues. We can talk about venues. I mean, why have the fight in the UK? Well, wasn't nobody really tripping on that because I don't care what these two fight. Okay, they can fight. They can fight in a tub of possum piss for all I care. I just want to see the fight. They can fight in a tub of possum piss. Okay, I wouldn't care. Now I put on a nose guard. I put on a nose guard, or I'll be watching on TV, so I wouldn't have to smell it. But what I'm saying is, I could care where they fight. I just want to see the fight. I just want to see the fight. It is what it is. I just want to see this fight. Okay, easy work. Why fight Deontay Wilder? It's okay. And it's too many undefeated fighters in boxing. Have y'all noticed that? It's too many undefeated fighters. Too many. And I'm not saying that it's good to lose, but it's not bad to lose. It's too many undefeated fighters. Too many. Well, you know what that means when it's too many fighters undefeated? That means it's a lot of guys fighting a lot of guys that's not even worthy to be in the ring with them. It's a lot of guys getting opportunities who shouldn't get opportunities to fight a seasoned fighter. That's what's going on. I mean, look at it. I mean, you got Gennady Golovkin, prime example. Prime example of somebody who won't engage in a very tough fight. Okay? Gennady Golovkin. I mean, point in case, you used to have Saul Canelo Alvarez at some point in time. He was trying to avoid certain guys until he fought Mayweather, and then he fought Trout. But then, as of late, you mentioned the Charlos. Ain't nobody trying to hit. Ain't nobody trying to hit the Charlos. Ain't nobody trying to hit the Charlos. Like, people just want to forget that the Charlos exist when you talk to a Canelo fan. Hey, well, what about Charlo? Oh, man, what is Charlo? What have they done? But see, that goes back to my next question. How do you fight somebody if nobody will fight you? See, I always ask people this question, and I would ask it all the time. And I do it in debates. Well, what you mean he ain't fought nobody? Well, he trying to fight somebody, but somebody won't fight him. How you going to explain this? How you going to explain this? I mean, folks, come on, man. I'm going to get off this AJ thing for a minute. I am. I'm going to get off this AJ thing for a minute, okay? I just am. And I'm going to move over to the next part of the segment, okay? Tyron Woodley. The chosen one, or the chosen idiot, Tyron Woodley. The chosen idiot, Tyron Woodley. God almighty. What was he thinking? See, I had a lot of people come to my channel give Mike Perry a pass, okay? See, when you use the N-word in any capacity, to me anyway, when you use it in any capacity, no, you shouldn't do it. And people say, well, man, why do people get mad when white guys say it? Well, let me ask you this. Why would you want to say that word? See, I always ask that question. I always ask the question, and I can never get a clear response. And normally it's from a white guy. They'll say, well, why can't I say this? And I'm like, why would you want to say it? When that word is connected, I don't know, to murder, rape, beatings, there's a connotation behind it. Why would you want to say this? And yeah, I feel like talking about this because, Tyron Woodley just laughing it up, just dancing and cutting the jig. And I'm like, for who? Mike Perry? Mike Perry, like, let's look. What has Mike Perry done in MMA? Okay. What has Mike Perry done in MMA for T Wood to respect him so much? Let's take a look at the man resume. Okay. Let's look at Mike Perry's MMA resume and let's see what has this guy done in MMA. Because Mike Perry said, well, I can say the word all I want to and you ain't going to do nothing. Well, Mike Perry not thorough. Mike Perry is not thorough. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, Mike Perry not thorough. And Mike Perry think he know about these streets. See, Mike Perry don't know nothing about these streets, okay? See, let me tell you how it gets bad in the streets. I'm going to tell you. See, there are dudes out here right now, man, that will see him. And I'm talking about completely torture this dude. And I'm not talking about torture him like, say, you know what? Hey, I'm not talking about torturing him to the fact where, hey, we're just going to threaten him. I'm talking about, no, real life, getting threatened and somebody going in there taking a pistol whipping them. Okay, I done seen these kind of things, man. I've seen these kind of things happen. Woodley, I will never support Tyron Woodley again on any capacity. I will never, ever in my lifetime support Tyron Woodley. And if it's a pay-per-view, you better believe I ain't buying it. And some people ask, well, what about the UFC? Why you ain't calling them out? Well, to be honest, this is the one thing that the UFC, they're consistent about. The UFC really don't care. Because, you've had fighters disrespect Brazilians, Asians, okay? I mean, you've had them disrespect, Hispanics? The UFC don't do nothing about that stuff. They don't do that. They don't care what race you're talking about. The UFC don't care. They don't need, it's like the UFC just said, look, I'm not getting in it. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but we ain't getting in it. So that's the one thing that the UFC is consistent across the board. You remember when Bojangles, not even the part where she said, Claudia Gadelha, you need to go back to the jungle. But did y'all see that photograph of Bojangles when she was in a Chinese or Asian restaurant? Okay, like when she was in an Asian restaurant, and then she took her eyes and slanted her eyes like she was an Asian. Yeah, the UFC ain't saying nothing about that. She said zero about that. You know why? Because they don't really care. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to get involved. The UFC don't want to have the race talk. But there's one guy from the UFC that had enough guts to say something. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a UFC, he's on the board, and he said something about Colby Covington. Okay. He said something, but you think Dana White and WME, they ain't saying nothing. Okay. But look at T Wood. Oh, wait a minute, Lala, what's up? What's up, girl? Tay Brown, what's up, girl? But see, T Wood, this the guy that be complaining, well, the UFC races against me because I'm a black champion. They don't treat the black fighters right or not. See, now T Wood done had all this conversation, done got it all on social media. And we sitting right here, guys, and we sitting here supporting them. Yeah, T Wood, you've been unfairly treated, and I think you have. And back when he was saying it, I actually think he was. But now you got this, okay? So now T Wood, you condone this. Well, T Wood, how you gonna explain this? See, T Wood, you can't have it both ways, man. You can't have equality, but then you over here, there's inequality with Mike Perry. He should have shut that down. Mike, man, look, man, you can't use that. Look, you can't use that in front of me. You can't use that in front of me. Mike, if you keep using that word, I'll do something. I'll come over there right now and deal with you now, Mike Perry. See, that's what T Wood should have been saying, but no, T Wood sitting there cutting the jig. T Wood sitting there cutting the jig, and yes, Lala, he is a sellout. T Wood done sold out. Okay? I don't care what anybody say. I have people coming to my, and that's the people too. See, I'm going to tell you how you draw people out of their hiding places. I'm going to tell you how you do it. You draw people out of their hiding place. And I know some people, y'all going to lead us. You can lead this stream. I got you. I ain't worried about y'all leaving. I'm going to tell this truth. I'm going to tell this truth whether you want to hear this or not. I'm going to tell this truth. See, T Wood cut a jig. Cut a jig for Mike Perry. See, now, and it makes crystal clear sense. T Wood, he was never really a draw. Okay? He was never really a draw. So what would T Wood do? Oh, yeah, I got to be cool with somebody. Let me be cool with Mike. Let me be cool with Mike Perry saying the N-word. Yeah. And do you know how many people came in defense of T Wood? Oh, a lot of people. Now, let's think about this. All these people coming into defense of T Wood, well, guess what? T Wood, when he's on pay-per-view again, I bet you his pay-per-view numbers will be a little bit bigger. But guess what? It ain't going to be with me. I ain't spending no money to watch T Wood fight. T Wood done sold out all the way. I don't care what you say. That's just how it is. You're not gonna say, you're not gonna drop the N-word. You ain't gonna drop that in front of me and me not check you. That's just nah. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to it. I ain't finna listen to it. I mean, I'm cool, but I ain't finna listen to that. And I got friends of every nationality, and they don't even do that. But it's the same thing. It's called mutual respect. Because I don't say words that they don't like. But hey, y'all, I'm going to ask y'all this. Why didn't Mike Perry, okay? Why didn't Mike Perry choose to use the Asian racial slur? Because he's got Asian in his blood. Why didn't he choose that? Why didn't he choose the Hispanic? How come he didn't choose that? I mean, are we getting this? What about German? What about Irish? How come he didn't choose to say any racial slurs about that? But he chose the 2%, which was black. This man, and T Wood to my, oh, he got respect for black people. No, he don't. Okay, no, he don't. He don't. This guy. And I just think Mike Perry. I don't know. I don't know. It's a mix between Mike Perry. I think Mike Perry think he really is a black dude. I don't know. Maybe he think he is. I don't know what he think. But I tell you this right now. You ain't finna call me that to my face. That's just how that is. Okay. I ain't finna sit back and tolerate it. I won't tolerate it. I would have checked Mike Perry, and Mike, and if he said, "Well, what you gonna do?" Okay, I got you, Mike. Yeah, come see me. Okay. Yeah, you coming? Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. Be the last time y'all see Mike Perry. See, here go the thing, man. You got to, okay? You got to check him. You got to check it, okay? Because you don't see him. You don't see him using any Asian racial slurs. You don't see him doing that, okay? You don't see him doing that to Hispanics, okay? You don't see him doing that. You don't see him doing that to the Irish, the Russians. You don't see him doing that. No. I mean, why is it just black people that you want to disrespect? I ain't trying to hear. Oh, wait a minute, Cali Enigma. Yeah, Tyron Woodley and Coonan. I don't even use that word much, but I think it's going to fit in this bill. He started hanging out with Floyd Mayweather. Well, that makes a lot of sense. That make a whole lot of sense because Floyd Mayweather got some of the same lingo. He do some of the same thing. Okay. And Guitar Babe, I agree. As a black woman, I don't even like using the N word. Yeah, I don't like the word. I don't use. I did once when I got real angry, upset. But then when I realized what I said, I had to check my own self. Like seriously, Mike Perry come to any hood. Like I told y'all the story in one video, and I never forget when I was a teenager, man, and I was being stupid. I'm talking about doing real stupid stuff, y'all. And you look at me now, you can't tell. You can't tell that I was even into doing a lot of silly stuff, but I was. And it was a police officer, man. I never forget this guy. He came over there, man. We were just sitting there. Really, we wasn't doing nothing. And he came over there. He said, "What y'all little N-words doing out here, man? Ain't y'all supposed to be at home?" We looking at him like, man, it's 7:30, and it's 7:30. Like, how we got to go home when it's 7:30? I mean, seriously, that's what we said. How we got to go home when it's 7:30? And he said, "Man, y'all little N-words better not be talking to me like this. I asked you a question." And man, as soon as he got that second N-word out, man, hey man, that police officer, I didn't kick him though, but man, that police officer, he started getting his head kicked in, man. Then, he tried to he tried to take his taser out, man. He tried to take the taser out, and one of my homies took the taser, man, and shot him in the ass. Okay, but the taser didn't work on this officer. I'm telling you, it didn't work. This officer got up, man, and when he started trying to reach for his gun, man, we rolled. I said, nah, man. See, that was my first instance, man, of being around gangs. And I'm like, I was thinking to myself, man, I don't know if I want to roll with these guys because I've been got killed. And then, man, I never forget, man. I was rolling with this gang, or one of the gangs I was gonna get. I wanted to get initiated. I wanted to be roll with them. And one guy came over into our hood, man. Came over, and he started talking really greasy. Started talking really greasy, man. Okay. And he came over there, man, and he started, running his mouth. And man, I'm gonna tell you, the most sickening thing that I ever saw, man. They took this dude. Now I was 15, 16, okay? They took this dude, they wrapped him up in barbed wire. They put a rope around the barbed wire, okay? And then they start squeezing the rope. And the more that they squeezed on the rope, the barbed wire was, like digging into this man's flesh. And dude was screaming, man. Dude was screaming. And when I saw that, I said, man, I don't want no parts of it. Like, this was a real, this wasn't no play game, okay? This was not a play game. All right. I'm just saying, this was not a play game. This was not a game that you just, you saw on TV. This was real. Yeah, when I saw this man in a pool of his own blood, I said right then and there, I ain't rolling with these guys, because if I do, I'm gonna be in jail or somebody gonna kill me, man. And I'm telling you. And lo and behold, them guys I was there with that day, I was with 5 guys. 3 of them guys got killed. But that ought to tell you, Mike Perry, if he started rolling around up in hoods, he started rolling around up in hoods talking about, N-word this, N-word that. Hey, somebody gonna flex on him. See, Mike Perry, he think, oh, I grew up in the streets of Flint. Man, look, I ain't trying to hear that. You roll somewhere else, like my man Gerald Harris, he told him, he said, yo, you might get a pass to do it in some hoods, but you go to another hood, somebody gonna deal with you. I'm trying to tell you, man, I done seen some gruesome stuff as a kid. When I was 17, on the basketball court, playing on the basketball court, we sitting out there, and this guy pulled up in the car, and he shot a hurl of bullets, okay? Killed about 3 people. And one guy, I saw his brain, and God knows, I thought that the human brain, I thought it was pink. No, it's gray. It's gray because I seen the brain right on the ground, man. He shot a hail of bullets on the basketball court. We all trying to scatter, man, for cover. I'm going to tell you, man, you got to be real careful what hoods you roll up into. Let me see. What? Blue Knight. Who is this? Okay, see, I already know who you are. I already know who you are. Let me just go ahead. Let me go ahead. What are you saying? Why does everyone always ask why they can't do what black people do? You're right. You're right. Use a racial slur that is historically used toward their race. Now, okay. Maybe I misread that wrong. Okay. I'm just telling you, man. I'm telling you right now. And, shout out to my man TC Johnson. He just said he don't want to hear the word. And, TC a white guy, man. Me and TC, we 60-40, man. We 60-40, on everything when we talk, sports, man. And, I'm with TC sometimes, okay? I'm with TC. Sports, they supposed to bring people together, man. But, all this darn race and politics in sports, man, it don't have no place in any sport, man. And T Wood should have checked the dude. But I done seen some gruesome stuff as a kid, y'all. I done seen a lot of gruesome stuff. And, I done seen a lot of murders, man, as a kid. In my teens, I done seen murders. So, I mean, and man, for years, I had nightmares, man, because you keep seeing the same person in your head just get killed over and over. I done seen somebody get drugged by a car and killed, okay? Like, folks, when I tell you, where I grew up at and things I've seen, okay, after 10 o'clock, it'll disgust you. And I tell you, tell Mike Perry, BJ, tell him Mike Perry come into North or South Carolina with that. Mike Perry coming up, somebody gonna tie him to the end of a truck and be dragging his butt all along the streets. I guarantee you. See, MMA not gonna help you in the street like that. See, somebody gonna see Mike Perry. They're gonna roll up behind this dude. They're gonna hit him with a lead pipe to the back of the head. Somebody gonna pistol whip Mike Perry. I mean, Mike Perry don't understand what he doing. Okay? Mike Perry don't understand what he doing. And Guitar Babe said it's weird for her, to talk about in the race. And you know what? It's not a bad thing, Guitar. Guitar Babe, you actually, I understand you and you understand me like a whole lot, because when we talk about a lot of the sports. We talk about a lot of sports, but you and I, we've never ever talked about it, race or anything. We just never have. But there was no need to, because we're talking about sports, But it's okay. Sometimes you can talk about it because sometimes you get frustrated. And people always say, and this is gonna be the realest thing I say to y'all tonight. People always say, well, why do black people complain about race? Because it's not supposed to be there. Do you guys understand it's not supposed to be there? It's not like, if you have a headache, if you got a stomach ache, you're gonna talk about it because it's not really supposed to be there. It's not. You're not supposed to have a headache. You're not supposed to have a stomach ache. You're not supposed to have a foot ache. Or, it's not supposed to be there. Okay. That's why it's talked about so much. It's not supposed to be there. And when it's there, you don't want it there. Like, folks, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's sometimes it really is. It's difficult to just come out and talk about it, but I gotta spread it. If I'm gonna talk about it on one extreme, I gotta talk about it on all extremes. I mean, I got to say it. I gotta say it. And when it's wrong, it's wrong. And it just is. I was never raised, even though I grew up in a rough environment, I just wasn't raised to dislike somebody. I can't do it. That hate, that racial hate, that stuff kill you, man. That stuff will kill you and eat you alive. Okay? It'll eat you up. I done seen people that I've trained, and I'm telling y'all this now, that I knew for a fact that were bona fide racists. And I'm telling you now they were. And I think I told y'all the story about the girl I was training. And you know, she lost all this weight and she had to respect me. She had to, like, you know, because I gave her a totally different interpret. We never had a talk about race or anything, but she had to respect me. And there was a different interpretation of who she was dealing with. Because you know, I had some integrity, you know, I wanted to do things right. And then, you know, on top of that, you know, she was trying to hit on me at the same time. But, you know, I always keep business and money separated and people can respect that. So, you know, all the racial things that she was thinking about me, I mean, that stuff went out the window. It was gone. It was gone. And I tell you what, that's one of my most loyal clients that will recommend me to other people. But, you know, she had a racial bias. And I won't even say she was a racist. I think she was just prejudiced. But I mean, it's just how it is. That's just how it is. You know? General Africa. Link. Well, okay. Give me a sec, man. Give me a second. I'm kind of going with this. But you know, I've seen people, man, that have this hate. I've seen these people before, man. I've seen these people on deathbeds. I've seen these people, man, and I'm telling you, any doctor will tell you, okay? Any doctor will tell you that if you have hatred in your body, if you do, you're cutting your life short. Any doctor tell you. I feel bad for some of these people, really. You know, when they start, you know, talking that junk, or they start using the N word, or monkeys, or black tars, they start saying that. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. And the reason why I feel so sorry for them, because I know that they don't understand what they're doing to their own self, man. And it's a miserable existence, man. It really is a miserable existence for people that they prejudice and racist. It's miserable. And these are some of the most unhappy people on earth. They seem happy on the outside, but man, look, they got family problems just like everybody else got. Just like people that they hate, they got the same problems. Have y'all ever noticed that? That white folks, Hispanic folks, Asian folks, we all got the exact same problems. We all got, and isn't that kind of crazy? We all had the same problem. But for some reason, I guess we think that we're better than the problems of somebody else. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. It kills, man. Racist, when you, that stuff, it kill you. And it might be a couple of y'all that's listening to the video now. I'm finna tell you, man, you better get that stuff out your heart. You better get it out there now. Because you might turn up one day, you might wake up, or you might not wake up, or all of a sudden you might be in the hospital and you don't know why you in the hospital. You don't have an idea why you in the hospital. The doctors can't even find nothing wrong with you. They say, well, ain't nothing wrong with you. But you still feel like you about to die. Better get that racist hate out your blood, or for it will kill you. Guys, it is definitely, it's a true statement of what I just said. Okay? I promise you. I promise you that's what that is. But T Wood got some answering to do. Tyron Woodley got a lot of explaining to do. Or he pretty much already said it. He pretty much already said it, you know? He pretty much said it when he condoned it. You look at Mike Perry. Mike Perry don't look like a happy guy. I mean, this man done lost his last 2 fights. How much you want to bet? I promise you, I guarantee you that Mike Perry, sometime in his life, he's dealt with a bout of depression. I can promise you. This man got, man, look, this man got an aura about him. And I don't know if y'all can see aura. I don't know if y'all can see it. But the man got an aura about him, man. And it's not good. This man, I promise you he has. You ask him if anybody can sit down and talk to this guy. I promise you this guy done dealt with depression. Sure he has. Sure he has. You know why? Because everybody that formulate these racial slurs, they keep using them over and over. They got one thing in common, man. They depress people. They depress people. You ever notice too, and some of the people, they come onto your comment thread, or you leave a comment and they say something real negative, or they just call you out your name. The majority of the people that do that, and I'm talking about, they do it for no reason. Now, I can see if y'all been arguing and then after a while they escalate to that. But no, if somebody called you something out of the blue, if they call you the N-word out the blue, I can tell you now they're dealing with a bout of depression. They depressed. Their kids don't love them. Their wife can't stand them if they even got a wife. Okay. Their girlfriend broke up with them. I'm telling you, These guys, they all have the same thing in common. They're depressed. They're depressed. They live with a lot of stress. You got dudes like 25 years old, man, looking like they're 55. I kid y'all not. Like, look. Mike Perry look old as crap. Like, literally. Mike Perry, I'm gonna put a picture of this popcorn Pop-Tart fart up there. This dude look old. He look old as crap. Like, you know, you 26 years old. You 26 years old and you look like you like 40 something, man. He look like he in his 50s. Like, good grief, man. And the hate is real. The hatred in this man's blood is real. I don't know what happened to him early in his life. Who knows? Who knows? And people say, well, he's not racist. I don't know. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. People say, oh, he's just from around the way. Okay, well, tell him to come around the way. Tell him to come around the way. And I guarantee you, he come around the way, they might not be seeing him no way. I mean, this dude is 26. He's 26. I'm gonna pull a photograph of the guy up on the screen, and I promise you, this dude don't look like he's 26. Okay, he don't. Dude got ridges all in his head, and I just, bruh. And I might even got a younger photograph of this idiot. I think I might have got, but he look old, man. He look old. Notice, man, people that just don't like nothing. This dude don't like he 26. This guy does not look 26 years old. He don't. People always ask me, you know, Coach, you finna be 40, man, but you know, what do you do? Well, I mean, I don't have no hate, man. I don't hate people. I don't tend to hate people, and I eat, you know, fairly healthy. I eat as healthy as I can to keep my youthful image. I mean, you know, we all gonna get old one day, but you know, I just choose, man, not to hate people. I can't do it. But this dude don't look 26, y'all. He does not look 26 years of age. Man, bruh, he looked like somebody that's done had a whole lot of, you know, toll taken on his body, years of alcohol, years of everything, man. I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to be him. I would never want to be this guy. Never for a million years, okay? I would never, ever want to be this guy. Oh, and he joined the Winklejohn gym. Well, God dog, if he joined the Winklejohn gym, you know that Winklejohn curse, that's going to multiply him times 2. That's that Winklejohn gym times 2. We can kind of move on to this, man. You know, I've kind of gotten that out, man. I've kind of gotten that out. And, you know, let me see. My man, General Africa, I hadn't talked to him in a minute, man. Hadn't talked to the great General Africa in a minute. Let me see. See, man said we black, but, you know, we do got some Brazilians and we got a few Puerto Ricans in my family. And, but see, they don't, you know, all my family who Brazilian, they dark skinned. And all my family's Puerto Rico, they dark skinned. So it's kind of like, you know, we got those folks in our family. But the great General Africa, you know, will be here, you know. Yeah, Lala, I do eat. I eat vegetables. I eat vegetables. Look at the lovely Lala. The beautiful Lala is in here picking on me once again. It's okay. It's okay, Lala. I still got love for you. I got love for you. But yeah, y'all. So I hope, you know, I don't do anything to try to like alienate folks, man. But Tyron Woodley got to be called out for this. And nah. Because if I let Tyron Woodley, you know, get away with this, then you know what? Then everybody else gonna think that they can, you know, cut a little jig and, you know, do what they want to do. All right, the man General Africa is here in the house.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on, man? We got the head of the LDBC Behavioral Science Unit on the line.
You know it.
Man.
You know it, man.
What's going on, Miss Boxing Fanatic? I just seen her come in the comment thread. What's up, Miss Boxing Fanatic?
What's going on, Miss Boxing Fanatic? What's going on, family?
Go subscribe to her. Go subscribe to BJ Johnson over there at God, it's No Limit MMA now. Yeah, go subscribe to them guys, man. You know, BJ Johnson, a good dude. I like him, man. So what's going on, man? So what's your thoughts about this, man?
Man, it's crazy. You know, I used to be a big fan, and I think BJ was trying to get a link too. But you know, it's crazy. I used to be a fan of Tyron Woodley, but it's crazy how you know, you get a little, you know, people change. You know, you try to get a little hype, and you know, you sign a deal with the devil, and that looks like what Tyron Woodley is doing. It's funny that he was complaining about how the UFC treats, you know, black fighters different. And we've talked about this. The UFC treats, you know, they go against a lot of people. But you know, it's prejudice against black fighters too. But they, you know, they're wrong in so many ways. But it's just funny how he said that. Now all of a sudden he wants to give credibility to this Perry dude who, like, you put it perfectly. It's, why are you disrespecting the 2% that's black? Because you can get away with it. You know, he'd never say that about, you know, whatever other ethnicities or nationalities he has in his blood, but he wants to say that about the black part of him. Why? And why do you want to say it so much? See, people want to get caught up in, you know, black people do. I can't speak for anybody else, but why do you? And they can never, ever answer that question.
No, they can't, man. They can't ever answer the question. Why would you want to say that word? Why would you want to say that word? The great Blood Boxing is in the chat. I'm sorry. I cannot let a minute go by without acknowledging.
Shout out to Blood.
Yeah, I can't go 1 minute without acknowledging Blood Boxing. And, you know, and a lot of the brothers, man, was disappointed in Tyron Woodley, man. A lot of the brothers was, man. And, you know, some of the guys so disappointed, man, they didn't even make a video about it. They were so disappointed, you know. And, you know, I was disappointed, man, because I was a big Woodley supporter. I even, you know, I got my second death threat supporting Tyron Woodley. You know, it's amazing, man, what we got to go through to try to stand up for fighters that, you know, sometimes they just don't get it. Like, guys, y'all think this is real. I mean, y'all think this is a joke. And, you know, 78, I tell you what, man, this YouTube game, 78 done educated me heavily, man. You know, he told me, he said, Coach, man, sometimes, man, you just get tired of it.
And I'm gonna put I'm putting a compilation together, Coach. And I you know, send me the pictures of that dude that was stalking you. You know, that racist Mexican cat. You know, people really don't realize, and people always want to throw out the race. I don't even care when people say, "Oh, you're throwing the race card." No, I know what I see, and people don't realize, because a lot of times we don't talk about it. We just you know shrug it off. But people don't realize the type of disgusting racist bigotry we get on an everyday basis, the threats. And I just, it took me 10 minutes. I went to you know, Barbershop Conversations page. You know, I got a few comments. I could literally do a 2-hour compilation of the racist epithets used against us on an everyday basis, and we don't talk about it. But the moment that we do, we're playing the race card. Oh, you know, but nobody says anything. Nobody says anything. You look at a YouTube video, say that it's a black person who committed a atrocious crime or whatever, which everybody commits crimes, everybody. But it's a black person. Immediately, all you see is race, race, race. An article on NBC, it was a black person committed a crime, race, race, race. But it's never the race card then. Why is that? Why is it? It's never the race card then. But if a black person brings up race, then it's the race card. How you going to explain that?
I don't know how they're going to explain it. And you know, and DJ Card, I'm gonna respectfully answer your question, because you know you've been supporting me for years, man, or at least for about 18 months, man. So I owe you that, man. Look, if Woodley smashes Colby Covington, I'm not going to even report on the video. See, when I tell you that I don't support a person, I don't make videos trying to uplift or help their cause. If I make a video about Woodley, it's going to be something that's not going to help him, or I just won't make a video at all. Just like I was a sole Canelo Alvarez fan. I was probably the only one in the LDBC who was a diehard Canelo fan. But when them emails and Oscar De La Hoya would not address those emails, okay, cool. I'm not putting no more money in Golden Boy pocket. I refuse to do that. I will not be making video unless if it's the clown Canelo, then I make a video, because that's not helping Canelo technically. It's actually adding fuel to the fire that's already there. I'm not going to do that. Okay. That's just how it is. I'm not going to do it. And so just like I said, I'm not
buying any more pay-per-views if T Wood is a part of it. If it's my favorite fighter, you know, I will make a post-fight analysis video and I will still support my favorite fighters, but I just won't be supporting T Wood. I will not be helping T Wood get any pay-per-view points like they do in the UFC. I won't be saying T Wood is unfairly treated. I won't say any of that. T Wood on his own now. See, T Wood, now see, when T Wood get enough backlash, then T Wood gonna try to come back and try to rally us to help him. But see, it ain't gonna be nobody there. See, the LDBC would ride with T Wood, but we ain't nobody in the LDBC finna ride with this dude now. Nah, we ain't riding with him. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is.
You know another hilarious thing, Coach? This is a funny tactic. So say somebody like Oscar De La Hoya with the racist emails. If you know, you or I or any brother in the LDBC or anybody in general speaks out about it, this is a tactic that people who don't want us to bring it up will use. Well, you know, just ignore them. Just why are you so involved? Just let it go. Just ignore it. It's not worth. Why is it not worth it when we bring it up? Why can't I bring? It's not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to say something. Why do I have to take the high road?
It's just like a headache.
PG-13 channel, but damn that. I ain't taking the high road. I'm going to call it out. I'm taking the high road by calling it out. I'm a little frustrated about it, but I'm speaking the truth right here.
See,
why do we always have to take the high road or anybody? No, I ain't going to take the high road. I'm taking the high road by calling it out.
Yeah. And see, man, you know, like I said, it's just like a headache. It's like a sickness. That stuff ain't supposed to be there. And, you know, when I see the athletes that I train athletes, man, from all walks of life. I train them. And, you know, when I look at them and we training hard and that kid, I don't care, man, what color. Look, man, I don't care what color they are. When I'm training them and they know that I got their back. See, this is what sports and life's supposed to be, man. Them kids ain't looking at me, man, for, you know, they ain't looking at what color I am. You know, they looking at me because I can guide their athletic career. I can be that mentor that they need and they lack in the house. Okay. You know, the person that they call in 1 at 2 in the morning when things ain't go right. You know, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, man. We're not supposed to, but T Wood, he can't get off the hook with this, man. I can't let him go. And, you know, my man DJ said, hey, what if he apologized?
Coach, how many times?
That's fine. He can, but T Wood, he can apologize all he wants, but the damage has been done. You know, I'm not gonna hold hate in my heart for him. I'm not gonna hold that because I know that'll put you in the hospital. I ain't gonna do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cease to assist him. And I ain't doing no more videos, uploads. And then more people start doing that with this clown, you know, he'll start thinking, okay, well, shoot, the pay-per-view number's down. I wonder why. Well, you condone that guy using the N-word that you say is your buddy and that you gave him a pass. Well, T Wood, hey, you gave him a pass, but the rest of us did not give him a pass. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. And we got the great bottom line, Santi Walden. He said send him a link. He put his email in. Here we got the bottom line.
Okay.
Santi Walden.
All right, the great bottom line.
I want to ask you, and this will be great for the people in the audience, for the family in the audience. How many times have you had an athlete, and you love your athletes regardless, Coach? How many times have you had an athlete come up to you and say, you know what, it's just my parents, they just don't like black people, and it's just, I don't know. How many times have you had to deal with that, Coach? Can you talk on that?
I've had to deal with that probably for at least a decade of my career, man. I mean, I've had athletes come up to me and tell me that, but they kind of tend to throw it out because, see, let me tell you something, man. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. I'm going to tell you something right now, man. Racism is not something you're born with. It's taught. But you can also deprogram if the person is at the right age. You can deprogram it. You know how many kids came in to me with a racist attitude that completely got deprogrammed? Like, seriously. Because, see, when you hang around a real one enough, and I'm talking about real. I ain't talking about like what the person look like, but I'm talking about what the person is doing with their actions. I'm not talking about with their words. See, kids, any kid, black kid, Asian kid, white kid, they see truth. If you giving them truth, they'll see it and they will turn. And you know what they'll do? They'll start checking their parents and they'll start questioning, like, wait a minute. Everything you taught me is a lie. Everything you're showing me is a lie because what you're saying about this race of people ain't true. Because, you know, wait a minute, here go Coach right here. You know, here go Coach right. Coach don't act like that. Coach ain't doing this, what you say about black. Coach ain't doing that. That's the thing. But see, you got to turn hearts, man. But see, I don't let things blind me. I don't let anything blind me because it's a trip to the hospital. I'm gonna tell y'all this story, and then I got BJ in here and Santee. And Santee, we got to keep it PG-13, man. I know how you like to go off, man. I know it's gonna be hard, Santee, but you got to work with me, man. I love you, man. Keep it PG-13 channel. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you this story, man. And this is older guy, man. And it's an older guy, man. And I used to and I never forget this, man. He was in a wheelchair. He's in one of them little homes, man. And I would go by, man, and because I went by this one, it was a hospice, and you see people in there, man. There was somebody else that I knew that was in there, but I met this old man that was in there. And so, we just started having a conversation, man. And I said, man, what would you want to do right now if you can do it? He said, well, I want to get out of this wheelchair. And so we started talking about like a diet plan. And he said, man, people don't get out of hospices. I said, yes, they do if they want to. I said, do you want to get out of here? He said, yeah. So we started talking about like a diet plan, man. Then I introduced him to Dr. Sabi. I started talking about, and y'all know Dr. Sabi.
Yeah.
He the black man that's done cured AIDS, cancer, sickle cell. So we started talking about Dr. Sabi. This man, started following this diet regimen, an anti-diabetic diet regimen. We started following it. And I say in 20 days, he was able to stand out of the wheelchair with a cane, right? 30 days, he was able to take away a breathing treatment that he had. This in 30 days. In 40 days, this man was walking, okay? He was walking maybe a half a mile. Now, this dude done had an oxygen tank sitting in a wheelchair. And see, all alone, this man was the biggest racist on God's green earth. Listen, I'm telling you. And then it got to day 50 and 55, and he was starting to jog, but see, he was still like, I don't know why, I still can't like move as fast as I want to move. And, and I said, well, he said, I've been following the diet plan. I've been listening to Dr. Sabi, and Dr. Sabi promised these results then, and they ain't here yet, but he was substantially better. The color in his face got better. And then I asked him, I said, man, what year were you born? He said, well, I was born in 1923. And I said, and I don't know what made me say it. I said, how long you been racist? And then dude stopped, man. He stopped. And he said, Coach, most of my whole life. And I said, bro, you ain't gonna get up out of here, being a racist. I said, you ain't gonna do it. I said, and I ain't know the guy was racist when I started. I just struck up a conversation. And I said, yo, man, you ain't gonna never get up out of here till you stop being racist. I said, bro, and you got like over 70 years of conditioning that you got to try to get out of your heart today, or you're gonna die in this hospice. And when you go to a hospice, it ain't no getting out of there. You dying. But needless to say, man, after 80 days, this dude, and I ain't finna get into a spiritual connotation, but he got a spiritual life going. He started becoming a positive person. The guy stopped being a bigot, man, and a racist. And guess what happened? This old man in a hospice got out the hospice, because now instead of like walking or walking a half a mile, dude started being able to jog, man. I'm telling you, I never seen anything like it. He started getting able to jog. Dude met him like a young 50-year-old and moved out of the state, man. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, that hate will kill you, bro.
And I'm gonna it will, and I'm gonna let BJ jump in. But I just wanted this. I saw this documentary. It was called A Race in Hate, and there was this white dude, and he was hardcore, man, hardcore skinhead. I forgot, it was called like the Doorlanders or something like that. And he was, it just moved me because he was talking about how, his life was just so messed up, man. It was just like, he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. You look at him now and his demeanor's different. He's happy. He's changed. He's talking to people, and it's just the hate in your heart. It will destroy you. It'll destroy you. It'll destroy you, man.
Yeah. What's up, BJ Johnson? What's up, man?
What's good, Coach?
What's going on, BJ?
What's up?
I mean, the way I feel about it, I'm listening to you guys talk. I'm actually on my way to the store to grab some toilet tissue, but I'm letting all y'all know. I'm letting y'all know all my business, man. I'm sorry, but what I was, what I think about it is, back to Tyron Woodley, Tyron Woodley is he. You know, he was my favorite champion. You know, keyword was. You know, I rolled with Tyron Woodley when everybody discounted, but when I watched the video with him and Mike Perry, man, I was disgusted. I mean, I was disgusted, especially when, you know, when you have us black men that live with that mess every day. You know what I'm saying? Like it was wild. It was very wild, and I couldn't wait for Coach to go in on it, to be honest.
Yeah, man. You know, we had to give him some work, man, because, you know, a lot of people been rolling with Tyron Woodley, and he was complaining the UFC mistreating him and all this other crap, man. And, you know, I don't, if they mistreat him now, I don't care. I mean, look, Tyron got to fight on his own now. He done. The bottom line, Santee Walden, the bottom line, y'all. God, dog. Man, what's up?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? How y'all doing?
What's going on, family?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Man, I'm doing great, man. Loving life, man. I wanted to get in on this discussion. This is a great discussion, man. Very humble. You know, people got to be careful with the way that they position themselves and what ducktails that they tell out here in this world. If you want people to take you seriously, you have to be honest, man. Even when it hurts, even when the truth makes you feel uncomfortable, you got to be honest with folks, man. You know, you got to be honest. And I'm looking at, you know, some of the things taking place here, man, just on YouTube with this Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder type of stuff. And people are showing their true vitriol and hatred, man. And what I see, and I'm validating pretty much about that is it done stuck with folks for a while. It's like something build up. You can't take it, then you just snap and go off on the deep end because it's been oozing out your soul for so long. And when you try to make more claims, and you try to be dishonest with people, and you try to act like something is one way, like people can read your facial expression and body language. That's something different than what you see on these YouTube videos, because you can hear their voice. But even in certain cases, when you hear it in certain people's voice, based on what they go along with, you know it ain't genuine, it ain't sincere. And it's just a matter of time. If they can get the opportunity before they crack out their shell and start speaking about how they really feel. Wilder hasn't done anything to anybody other than try to promote the black community, stand behind the black community well, and be a true American heavyweight champion. That's it. And follow those guidelines and try to be undisputed, have one face, one name, as he says. And because of that, he gets all this vitriol. Here's all this extra. Here's a man that asks for 50 million. You get 50 million. Now you want it in the UK. But you're saying, this guy's saying it like all he cares about is the money. He also said he wanted to be a promoter. By he, I mean Anthony Joshua. But you have so many people around him that do not care about his best interests. You know, Floyd Mayweather is jealous and has been jealous his whole career. This is why he talks down about other fighters when they're successful. He don't want these guys to break his record. He don't want Anthony Joshua to make around the same amount of money that he's getting, especially to touch that amount of money in one fight. So these folks ain't going to tell him to take the fight. They'll do their best to keep him in the shadows. And then later on, when something else happens to him, they're back here to shit on him. Oh, that was stupid. Why would you do something like that? Because you told him to. Because the elders that he looked up to for guidance pointed him in the wrong direction for their own personal selfishness. And that's what I feel like we got going on here. That's why I don't care to really go at people's heads anymore, because I understand what it is. Number one is jealousy. Okay. And number two, it's a matter of fact way where people can't be honest with themselves. The truth is, Anthony Joshua is scared to death of Deontay Wilder. He's terrified. You see it in his demeanor. You see it when he talks. You see it when he's asked certain question, how he deflects off of these questions. He does it, man, full time. And because of that, man, a lot of these folks can't deny that, even though this is a UK native that they love and they want to support and get behind because he has 3 belts and this is what you do. You support the hometown guy. They know deep in their heart, man, that the moment that Wilder stands in front of him, he's dog food. That's it. That's the last hurrah. The moment the paper's signed, you might as well go ahead and pack it up. And that will eliminate a lot of these channels, just like the Pacquiao Mayweather era. A lot of these channels will go under because they don't understand boxing. They don't know nothing about boxing at all. You can tell just by the way these guys are talking. They don't know nothing about research. They don't know nothing about boxing scene. They don't know anything about anything other than what Lioness Eddie Hearn, which he done told them, which has been all
Hold on.
caught in.
Okay.
So that's my feelings about everything, man. Just to kind of sum it all up, man, because like none of these folks out here are hiding, making anti-LGBTQ videos and stuff like that, and trying to do their best to show people that they're on the good side and these people are biased and they're racist over here. Man, get the fuck out of here. It's about a fight, man. Excuse my language. It's about a fight. My apologies. It's about a fight, man. That's all it's about, man.
And you know what?
Fighting.
You know what's crazy, Santi? You made a great point. It's just one thing that just amazed me. I just couldn't get my head around it. Was just here you have a guy like Deontay Wilder, and he speaks up for the Black community. That first and foremost, but he's an American champion that's never been given anything, and he stands for America. Fought in the dang Olympics, right? And here you have, so many people, not just in America, but primarily you see so many people like, why don't they stand behind this guy? This guy just fights for, he's so dedicated and so inspirational and so just resolute in his mission, and you like just wonder like, why does this guy get this hate? And then I looked at Anthony Joshua, and I'm happy for the brother. He's successful and stuff. And I look at the UK and how they stand behind him. And then I remembered, I was like, well, xenophobia and hatred of the other, it's a worldwide phenomenon, and so it's in the UK too. But it's it's better than here in America. And I thought about, okay, so people in the UK stand behind Joshua. And then I remember, well, slavery ended, and people get so triggered by this comment, but I don't care. People want to get triggered by the word slavery. You just mentioned that people have a heart attack, but it ended, I believe, like 70 years earlier in the UK. That's 70 years of healing that America hasn't gotten. And then you see all this violence in America, and you see all this stuff going on in America. Well, see, we made a deal with the devil. And when you let groups of people get such destruction and violence against them, it doesn't just affect them, it affects everybody. It affects you and your family. And before you know it, it's in your community, and school shootings in your community. It's deep. It's deeper than what you think, man. And it's it's people don't realize what's going on until it's on their doorstep. But you brought up a great point about Deontay Wilder, man, and Anthony Joshua. And it's not even about boxing at this point, man. It's about people don't want to see other people succeed. They don't want to see Wilder succeed. He wasn't the guy that was supposed to freaking make it. Like he said, he never been given nothing. He had to fight for everything, man. He wasn't supposed to be here, and that's why he gets so much dang hatred. He wasn't supposed to make it. That's just the way that is, man.
Nope. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to make it at all. So, yeah, but, he doing it, and, he got that $50 million bag, and, everything changes now. Everything changes when you got the $50 million bag, and the guy still don't want to fight you. So it's yeah. Hey, guys, it is what it is with this one. I mean, I honestly don't even think the fight going to happen. I think he's going to end up fighting Povetkin. That's what I think. I think he's going to end up fighting Povetkin. And it'll be a sad day, though, man. If he do, and if Povetkin beat him, I probably won't be too upset about that either, because, it's an opportunity that's missed, man, that this guy, for whatever reasons, man, probably Eddie Hearn or Barry Hearn telling him, hey, man, you can make a little bit more money, man, if you fight 3 more guys, and then, we can max this thing out, and we can max you out, Wilder. We can get more money and do it. See, I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying, man, telling them. And AJ probably eating it up, man. And, and then on AJ part, the dude don't even want to meet with Wilder, man. You don't even want to meet with him, don't want to really talk to him. I mean, I've never really seen this, man. I've never really ever seen this, man. Even, people thought Floyd was afraid of Pacquiao for all those years, and then Floyd went and, seen him at a basketball game and rolled up on him, pulled up on him, and then went to his hotel room. Then I guess everybody knew the truth then. Well, man, Floyd not afraid of Pacquiao, But Joshua, man, this real strange, man. Like, you can't even mention Wilder's name, man, about this guy getting nervous. Like, that's, man. Well, I don't know what AJ gonna do, man. I don't know what he gonna do. I don't know how he gonna get through all this, man. But AJ got to do something, man. AJ got to do something. He got to get his head out his behind, and Either they got to make this fight, or that's just it, buddy. That's it.
I mean, well, I'm not saying the brother hasn't worked hard in life, but he's been given. He's the golden boy. He's been given a lot, and so he's not as experienced with the adversity as Wilder is. The dude put a freaking restraint, and I never seen that. I haven't been a boxing fan, not even as close as you, and even Santee, the brother. The bottom line. But in my time watching boxing, being a boxing fan, I've never seen another fighter be so afraid of a potential opponent to the point where, you won't mention his name. You won't even let him in the ring. What?
Well, I think it's more than him just being afraid, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. It's okay. We got Beverly on. What's up, sister?
Yeah, I said hi. I don't think Coach heard me.
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You're a little low.
Yeah.
Is it low now?
It's a little better.
Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
What was you saying?
Well, I think it's more than him just being afraid. I think he likes his role as the humble Negro.
Yeah, he's a man.
He likes. Yeah, he likes being, Eddie Hearn's lapdog.
He does. No, you're right.
I don't. When you watch interviews of him, they ask him, "Oh, how do you like Matchroom? And are you thinking of re-signing?" He's always going out of his way to compliment Eddie, not what Frank Warren has been doing. He's like pinning. Okay, because they're saying that UK boxing is popping right now, and I get that. And AJ says it's only because of Eddie. Like, I've heard him say this in an interview before. He's very fascinated with him. It's more than just him being afraid, in my opinion. Because, I mean, it makes sense why he's so fascinated with Eddie, because Eddie made him a millionaire, and now he probably feels like he has some sort of servitude. But I mean, like I said, he likes being a humble and weak Negro.
No, you make a great point. You make a great point, sis. And the crazy thing was Eddie Hearn had the nerve to say that, Anthony Joshua needs him. It's just like, right. What? And Anthony Joshua, you stand for that?
He thinks that AJ thinks he needs Eddie. So, and did you see that interview where he was like, I'm not a promoter, I'm a fighter. Like,
sound like he's saying he's a lover, not a fighter. That's what it sounds like.
It was that night when they were asking him, where he co-promoted with Eddie, that fight that he co-promoted, and they were asking him, are you going to keep doing this? And he was like, no, I'm not a promoter, I'm a fighter. And then they panned the camera. The camera was on Eddie first, of course, because he's in every video with AJ. He's got to be. He's his daddy. It's just annoying. I hate seeing that.
I agree with her 1,000%. Everything that she said hits the nail on the head. He doesn't want to exit away from the limelight and what this attention means. Because once it's gone, it's gone. You'll never get it the same way that you had it before. One right hand puts you in the casket. That's all it takes. One right hand takes all your straps away from you and puts you head first into the casket. That's where you go.
And he'll be an internet joke.
Exactly.
It's gonna be 1,000 memes. But he go over there and get beat by Povetkin, though. I ain't gonna stay off for him. I'm gonna be laughing at him for as long as I can think about it.
I think he's gonna get knocked out. He's just too, especially if it goes to Russia. Povetkin's gonna be like a ginger Hulk, all juiced up and stuff. He's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, buddy. Yep, that's what they hope.
He did the refs help against Parker. So
yeah, he looked terrible.
AJ's not that good. He's not
that Parker fight was terrible. That Parker fight was terrible. Good grief, man.
Parker got jumped.
Yeah, Parker was scared to fight. Joshua didn't want to engage. That fight was terrible. It was awful.
Yeah, Beverly hit the nail on the head.
You still got UK fans who still are for Eddie. Like, how do you like getting pimped by a promoter? I don't understand why a promoter has fans. How do you like getting pimped? Seriously.
Yeah, I think they are.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my sister. She's speaking some truth to power tonight.
She really is. I had no idea she knew this. I'm following.
I think
I'm subscribing now. Like you, wow.
But I tell you, I think they all get pimped, you know, to an extent. But I think some fighters get pimped more than others because, you know, a promoter, you know, they got to make money. So all the fighters, they do get pimped. But some fighters, like, you know, like Bob Arum, he pimping them hard. Don King, you know, he used to pimp Mike Tyson back in the days, you know. He pimped Muhammad Ali back in the days. I mean, you know, that's what they do. They professional pimps. But, you know, some pimps give out more money than other pimps, you know. And you got to go to the pimp that's going to give you the best payday. So they telling AJ, yeah, man, we're going to
you have a hoe mentality like AJ.
You know, we're going to give you 20 million, AJ, but then, you know, they ain't telling them, hey, but Eddie making 40, 60 million on the back end, you know? That's what's going on.
Yeah, but you are what you are based on the draw, family. Meaning, we're talking this pimp conversation. You're making these potential hoes, okay, making them feel like this is the best life you can possibly have. Take Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to call him a hoe or anything, but we're just talking analogy. He was given the best deal possibly to go to Top Rank. Right now, he's getting treated, you know, top of the line service, top of the line money. There's a limo out front for you, the whole nine, to make it look as if there's nowhere better in life to go at. This is where Joshua's at this point. But he doesn't realize that at this point, he can send Eddie Hearns packing because the UK fans really don't even like Eddie Hearns. They never liked this guy. So he could send him packing and be in control of getting more money than what he's getting right now. Because from what we know, Eddie Hearns is a ticket scalper that buys all the tickets immediately and sells them out the back door. So he's ripping them off right there. Not to mention the things that we don't know as far as financially with him stealing from this young man.
And he's supposed to be an honest guy. And he's supposed to be the honest guy that's calling Wilder, you know, a liar. But, you know, this guy doing stuff like this, man.
Hey, Coach, but here's the thing, though. Anthony Joshua been getting a lot of times flat fees. Misnomer, the biggest misnomer about Anthony Joshua is that he's been making $20 million a fight. He hasn't. He's averaged somewhere between $13 and $15 million. And I don't even know if he even got that for the Takam fight. I believe that was just for the Klitschko fight was the first time he actually had a 10-figure salary. So it's only been $13 and $15 million. And I don't even know if he even got that for the Takam fight. I believe. Yeah, he hasn't gotten that much money. Dude is not getting what they've been saying that he's getting. That's a misnomer. That's a lie. And then that's why when I challenge some of the idiots that are coming in my comment section, I'm not going to curse. I'm going to use other words to demean these people. They said when I challenge these guys, I said, come on. I said, go ahead and show me one fight where Anthony Joshua made $21 million or really anywhere close to it. And no one's come back. Anthony Joshua's net worth is $45 million. That's not bad. Most of that comes from endorsements, though. A lot of that comes from endorsements and from the Klitschko fight and the Joseph Parker fight. He did not make that much money off the Carlos Takam fight. Anthony, that's a lie. Anthony Joshua before the Vladimir Klitschko fight was making like $2 million a fight, man. I'm serious. He was making what Wilder got versus Luis Ortiz. So this whole myth that Anthony Joshua's been making a killing, just like this guy came on my comment section and said, we've played with $50 million on it. I said that you guys will be lucky if that's the total for your entitled for a mega fight over there for you guys. $50 million is something. That's a
wait a minute. So
you pay with the $6 tickets?
They play with $50 million. Wait,
come on. Yeah, that's what he told me. I started laughing at him. I said,
man, look, this is a guy. This is a guy in the comment section. He's a guy that's in the comment. He probably got a haircut, done had on the shirt for 5 days, ain't washed his butt in 16. Hey, come on, this is a guy in the comment section saying he got $50 million. If he had $50 million, he wouldn't be in the comment section.
Exactly.
Right.
As a matter of fact,
probably he's one of those people living vicariously through Eddie.
I know. Hey, check it out. There was another lady that I guess she's so attracted to Anthony Joshua. She tried to tell me. She thought she was going to tell me. She said, Anthony Joshua has 5 belts. I said, first he only has 3. I guess you want to count the little minor IBO belt. I don't. That he has 4. If you want to count that. Other than that, he only has 3. You only need 3. The IBF, the WBA, the WBO and the WBC. So you need 4 belts to become undisputed. So he's not. I said, so you already told me what you are. You already failed with your first response. Then she came with me with the whole $50 million is fake. I said, if $50 million is fake, then why did Eddie Hearn say that Anthony Joshua is willing to take a pay cut to fight Deontay Wilder in the UK?
Yeah,
that says right there that the $50 million is real.
Hey, Callie, it's fake. It's fake with Wilder, but Eddie Hearn, you know, his $1 billion, which it isn't, $1 billion deal is real. You know, it's like Eddie Hearn said, we got this guy in Alabama. What was that? Anybody question that? What was that? Saying,
he's talking about a black man. Here's the thing. Let me tell you about the DAZN deal. The DAZN deal is garbage because really it's two year, or it's either two years. So I've read it twice, two different ways. Two $250 million deals with a 4-year option, and then it's a $250 million deal with a 6-year $750 million option. So it's an option. It's an option. Hold on, but check this out. So that $250 million gets split in half between the UK and the US. So in reality, he only has $112.5 million to spend on American fighters.
Yeah.
So I mean,
who's fine with him?
Well, hence that's where the $12.5 million come from, then, and that's why the offer is there. So
this is why you got this used car salesman here, man. Lying every
He doesn't even look like he has a lot of money. You see the little weird suits that he wears?
Oh, he's struggling, sis. He's struggling.
Right.
His net
good game, but he's struggling.
Eddie Hearn's net worth is $2.5 million. That's his net worth. He's not an extremely wealthy guy. You know, out here in California, that $2.5 million ain't shit. I mean, I wish I had it, but I'm just telling you, it doesn't go nowhere out here.
I know.
You know what the funny thing is?
You talk about where Al Heyman got $50 million from. Like, get out of here.
And the funny thing is, we don't even like talking money. You know, it's them that bring up money. Wilder fans, and I say us first, because I'm not a Joshua fan anymore. I was, and many of us were, but not anymore. You know, all of them, they're not even really Joshua. They're fans of Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, they like getting tips.
A whole bunch of accountants.
No, there's some guys who are attracted to Anthony Joshua. They talk about his chest.
Oh,
they said, look at his legs and stuff. I was like, dude, get away from me talking with that. I don't want to talk about a guy's body. I'm a man. You don't understand that? I'm attracted to women. But I'm going to talk boxing. If I'm talking about a guy's physique, I'm talking about, okay, man, this guy looks pudgy. Like Valentina Lomachenko, I thought that even I give him credit for going up to 135 because he doesn't belong there. His body is telling him he doesn't belong there, but he's trying to challenge himself. So that's what I told when I'm talking about. I'm not trying to go in the whole vicinity.
And Charles Martin was shaped like a bag of rice when Anthony Joshua knocked him out.
Hey, let's talk about Dillian White. Then we're gonna get on that because Dillian White has been fighting nothing but tomato cans, and he challenged David Haye after David Haye got knocked out. He wanted to fight David Haye next.
But you got to understand how Charles Martin got that belt. See, he only got that belt, man, because the dude he was fighting got hurt, man. It wasn't because Charles Martin. Yeah, it wasn't because Charles Martin did anything, man. Charles Martin got that belt from doing nothing, and then Anthony Joshua beat somebody who did nothing. So that means it's two guys that beat somebody doing nothing. Why they doing nothing? Because they don't want to fight something. You know, that's just how it is, y'all.
And they try to say that Charles Martin is a credible victor. Like, Charles Martin's a bum. He's a bum.
Yeah.
He's with Triple G fights.
He says that he walks this earth like a god. Come on, stop it now.
Hey, Coach, Coach, you know that Charles Martin is the same level of fighters that Triple G fights every fight. That's the kind of fight. That's what level he is. He's an overdrive.
Don't have Coach going on Triple G now.
Yeah, man. We're not gonna start. We're not gonna start the Gennady Golovkin talk on there. Okay, because I spent all night on him, and
I know. I just gotta say this. He's fighting Ryota Murata next. They already. That's what his promoter said today. Tom Laughlin said the Ryota Murata fight going to Japan looks very interesting right now. We're gonna really start exploring talks with his promoter. So we shouldn't be
Ryota beat him. I'm a Ryota fan.
Yeah, but we shouldn't give these jokers the time of day. Anytime they look at the fans and say, you know what, man, we're not going to give you nothing. We're going to continue to fight bums. I'm going to look at you sideways. If you ask me to fight an opponent that I'm supposed to fight, We need to stop supporting these guys and stop looking at their fights. Stop making videos about these dudes, man. They're trash and they're cancer to the sport of boxing. You know, these other guys that actually do what they're supposed to do, they fight their mandatories. They fight guys without them being a mandatory. Those are the people that deserve to be made videos on and to keep tabs on and to promote while we making YouTube videos. These other bums out here, yes, it's great. Criticize them, stay on their heels at all times. But to show them any love at all, even to announce who they're fighting, like, who cares? You ain't giving us nothing. We can't even see a fight that we want to see because you're afraid that your so-called cash cow is going to get knocked out. And that's a lot of these. It's more than Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. There's a lot of these guys are out here hanging on by a thread, trying to weasel through a corner, trying to find some bum opponent to beat up on real quick to look good. Oh, go ahead.
Man. I said Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's another one. Keith Thurman, like, I guess he started training camp now. Keith Thurman, so he's gonna be he's supposed to be starting to run now. I guess he's supposed to be getting ready to fight Fernando Vargas. No, not Fernando Vargas, but who is it? No, not Fernando Vargas, but whatchamacallit? What's his name again? The one who's Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz. I heard is supposed.
Oh wow.
Oh, the guy that quits. Come on, man.
Wait, so Keith Thurman put down his flute. He put down the flute.
Here's the end game. Here's the end game. All right, you get Keith Thurman that just ducked Errol Spence openly, ducked the hell out this man. So you go in here and beat on this quitter so you can run around the ring and scream and holler and flex. I don't believe these guys anymore. You're going to have to show me some more. You're going to have to show me a little bit more. Here it is. You did all this to earn it because you wanted to fight against Floyd. You never got to fight against Floyd. You never got to fight against Pacquiao. Now you're looking for the Burger Boy, a.k.a. the guy that works at UPS, to beat up on him to get credit from the fans. I'm not feeling this, man. Not at all. No, you don't get any credit. You get zero credit.
The thing of it is, though, with that, though, man. See, Keith Thurman, he tried to play us all, man, because, Keith went back and, said he got all these little injuries. Then, he's sitting at home with his wife. His wife done, she cooking him all this good food. Then, Keith don't want to leave the house, man. I mean, she got this boy whipped, man. I mean, she got this boy. She got this boy whipped, boy. She murking me every day of the week.
Thurman.
Every day of the week, she got me murking, boy. I'm gonna tell you. That's what he doing at home, man. Keith don't want no action, and he know Errol Spence is coming back. He know that he can't walk nowhere. Now you got just normal day-to-day fans rolling up on this dude, man. I'm talking about average Joe seeing him in public. Hey, when you gonna fight Errol Spence? And then Keith, standing there arguing with him. I mean, well, what is he gonna argue about, man? He can't. He can't. Then he talking about, I want this to be the Super Bowl for all my fights and get a $10 million purse, man. He's not gonna get a $10 million purse. Ain't nobody gonna watch El DeBarge, sit there and fight. Ain't nobody gonna pay $10 million for him. And I'm gonna put up the screen too.
And Keith Thurman, the rumor is he's supposed to be talking. He's in talks with Eddie Hearn, possibly to the sign with the Zone, so he could go ahead. That's another way to duck the Errol Spence Jr. Man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Coach, you gonna put that El DeBarge picture up?
Yeah, man.
He wants to be on the Hearns plantation.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
I can see him. I was wondering who out of all our fighters would sign with him, and that doesn't surprise me that it's him.
Is he going to officially sign? Is it official?
Now they said he's in discussions right now with Eddie Hearn right now about the Zone, and that's
what about the Charlo brothers? The Charlos, when they're talking to him, I just think niggas want to hear what he has to say. I'll be surprised if they sign him. If they sign with him, it's because they more than likely got way overpaid, and that's what he's gonna have to do. Eddie Hearn's got to offer a huge bag to get these guys to sign, man. Because but except Keith Thurman may do it just to stay away from Errol Spence Jr. He like, look, man, I'm with Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? He needs to come to the Zone to fight and watch Errol Spence go to the Zone to fight just to knock his ass out. But and then Keith Thurman will come up the nuggets. That's why they can't fight.
No, Coach, take that picture down. No. To the beat of the rhythm of the night.
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
Where you come, man? It's just
that's right.
Oh, did you saw the Dillian White one?
Oh man, the Dillian White. Oh man,
yeah.
I had to find it somewhere.
Dillian White's so sad. Eddie Hearn trots him around, and oh god.
Yeah, he like that mutt puppy. You don't know what type of breed it is or whatever it is, but you constantly trying to explain yourself to people when you bring it around. Hey, what kind of dog is that, my brother?
You guys won't believe this. You won't believe this, but Dillian White, a Dillian White commenter actually told me that Dillian White, the reason why he passed on the fight with Luis Ortiz, because he wanted to fight the tougher fight. I'm serious. I said, you got to be fucking kidding me. Sorry about my language. You got to be kidding me. You guys didn't hear that word.
I got a lot of kids be watching, man. If this was the Mobcast, boy, we'd be wide open, man. Got them, man. Got a lot of them jokers watching this stuff.
Dillian White had an opportunity.
He didn't want Luis Ortiz because it's not a tough enough fight.
Yeah, that's what I was told. That's what I was told. They said, he wanted to go the tougher route. He said, first thing, hey man, and I was told this today too by an AJ fan. He said the reason that AJ is deciding to fight that Povetkin over Wilder because Povetkin's a tougher fight. I'm like, really? I said, who does that? Who's going to take the harder fight?
The guy who said he wasn't going to be ready till 2020 to fight Wilder.
Yeah. This is my response.
21, 22.
That's what he said. He said.
This is my response to him, though. I told the guy this. I said, okay, since Wilder's so easy of a fight, why don't Joshua? I said, since Wilder's such an easy fight, why don't Joshua just fight him now? He got the green belt. He's undisputed champion. You know what I mean? Why would he want to wait? Why would he want to take on such a difficult fight with Povetkin for no belt whatsoever? And we can get more money for an easier fight and a belt. I don't get it.
Well, we know them steroids is waiting for him, so he can go on and get it. You can sneak over there if you want to.
Both gonna be juiced up.
Right. Exactly. But Povetkin gonna have the better juice.
Anthony Johnson.
He's gonna have that super Russian type.
Yeah.
From Chernobyl. They get his steroids from Chernobyl.
Right.
Well, we called Joshua, Reggie Miller accidentally called him Anthony Johnson. When Anthony Johnson, when he goes to Russia, he can get screwed over, and I won't feel bad for him. I won't.
I think everybody on this panel is dang on. We're all waiting for that.
Yeah,
because it's criminal for him. It's criminal for him to come to the U.S. and not accept this fight. You're on a tour in America being called Anthony Johnson or whatever his name is, and at this point with AJUCJ, he's proven that he's willing to be manipulated by his slave master. He's willing to be manipulated because this ain't in his best interest to not.
Like Sis Beverly said, and she started this whole thing, and she made a great point. He's willing to do it. He doesn't need Fast Eddie. He doesn't need Barry Monster. Anthony Joshua chooses to do it. He wants the Under Armour contract. I'm not against anybody, especially a brother, getting his money. But this guy, he knows. Well, he's smart enough to know what he can and can't say.
And he can leave after this, too. He can leave. And when you get this $50 million, you can get up out of here. You can go.
Where's your own?
Yeah.
Hey, what about sellouts in boxing, though? Not Roy Jones, but Roy Jones, he was acting out of pocket, too. But Bernard Hopkins, I guess, like the king leader of selling out. So,
Mr. Uncle Ben's Rice. Uncle Ben. Butter biscuit.
Like, well, then you got Good Times.
But now he's dead, right?
From Good Times.
Bernard Hopkins is Uncle Ruckus, man. That's who Bernard Hopkins is. Then you got this.
Oh man, y'all gonna make me put up something, boy, on BI.
You gotta put up something. Put it up, coach.
Yeah,
put it up, coach.
Him got something going on too, probably.
That dude done fell out the ring and
got his heels. You know who else I don't like? That radio Rahim. I don't want to. I want to say. Yeah, I said radio Rahim. I have to catch myself for saying the other word because I'm trying to keep it clean for the coach's show. But he's a radio Rahim. Yeah.
I don't like him either. He's always bucking his eyes like wide open, especially when Eddie's there. He gets real excited when Eddie's there.
Oh my God, you're amazing. You're such an amazing guy, Eddie. Eddie, please let me. Please don't make me work in the field anymore, Eddie.
Thanks, Massa. You gonna play my place to get Massa?
He think he might get free butter biscuits by the end of the interview. That's all it is, and a pat on the head.
Like, man. A pair of new tap shoes.
You better go get him a pair and put them jokers on. Well, shoot, man, I'm gonna get y'all guys' final thoughts, man, and then I gotta get into the last part of this program.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I gotta get to the MMA portion, man. You know, y'all welcome to stay. Y'all welcome to stick it out, man.
I'm gonna stay.
I want to stick it out because Tyron Woodley definitely needs to be checked, and I'm telling you something.
I'm
remember,
gonna stay here for that too.
Because remember, I said he started hanging around with Floyd. Remember, he said he was going to train Floyd for MMA. That's when he first started hanging around Floyd Mayweather. And and I'm telling you, the men whole demeanor changed. I guarantee you that Floyd put a bug in his ear, and he said, "Man, if you just sell out, man, you can get the world." I'm
gonna let you guys. Yeah, we'll talk on that a bit because we talked about that earlier, but that's okay. You know, we'll come back to it, man. And then we gotta get to the last portion of it, baby. We gotta get to the last portion of it. And,
yeah.
All right.
I don't even know if y'all know who Molly McCann is, man. Well, I call her Molly McCan't, but I don't know if y'all know who that is. But you know,
my last thing about Anthony Joshua is he has a choice. That's it. He has a choice. But he's comfortable in his position. He's comfortable in his role, just like Tyron Woodley. To bring it back to that, so I can, knock out two birds with one stone. He's comfortable in his position. He doesn't want to lose out. He doesn't want to take the risk that Wilder has. And it's sad, but that's why the LDBC, and not just us, so many fans in general stand behind him, because he's an inspiration. He's a great dude. I hit him up on Instagram, but, not even thinking that, expecting him to respond. And he hit me back, and I was just like, wow. I was just like, man, he's a great brother, man. He's a great dude and a great man in general.
Absolutely, my brother. And much love to everybody here on this panel, man. Much respect. What I do want to say of my last thoughts is this: for the brothers and sisters that truly love the sport of boxing, we're paying attention. We're watching. We in close view. Nothing gets past us. You can't say a lie and then hope that we never catch you. It's going to come back to fruition. And when it does, you're going to be checked for. Don't be uncomfortable about that. And then another thing that I want to underline with that is simply this, family. These fighters here that rather we respect them or we look at them sideways, we hold all of these fighters to a certain standard as far as keeping the boxing fans entertained and making sure that they do the right thing as far as the fights that they pick. If you're to a certain level that a Keith Thurman is right now at this moment, I don't expect for you to be fighting a Luis Collazo or a Victor, whatever his name is, Victor Ortiz. You should be doing the right thing. And if you're not to that standard, be honest with us and let us know that you're scared. We'll leave you alone. If we know you're scared, we're going to leave you alone. Anthony Joshua, if you're scared of Deontay Wilder, just tell us. We'll leave you alone. We'll leave you all the way alone. But you're going to have to give up them belts, though. Same way with Keith Thurman. You're going to have to be real with the way that you present yourself out here. There's no more of claiming people in the media in order for those people to put out a fake message and some bullshit. Excuse my language. It's some BS that really doesn't match up with any of your actions, with none of your actions. And because of that, man, it's left boxing in a good contradiction. It's left a lot of people supporting nonsense. It leaves idiots in your comment section talking about things that have to do with nothing. And it leaves a lot of misinformed people. I'm going to say misinformed just to be kid gloves. And the bottom line is simply this, man. The way you call it and the way that you go about your career is the way we going to check you. That's exactly how you going to be checked, good or bad. The way you do your career is the way you're going to be checked for here in the media. Much respect, family.
Amen. All right, Callie, you can go ahead and give your thoughts on Tyron Woodley, man, and then, we're going to wrap it up into the second portion. I only got about a good half hour to spend with them guys, and I'm about to be out of here, man.
Okay, let me go on about Tyron Woodley, man. So Tyron Woodley, man, you've been hanging around the wrong dude and Floyd Mayweather. We know that Floyd Mayweather is only out for himself. If he's giving you information, it's usually like information that's beneficial for yourself. Now, he probably can tell you how to sell out, but I'm going to tell you something right now. You may sell out, you may get a couple extra bucks and things of that nature, but long term, you're not going to be happy, man. Long term, you're not going to be happy. And then here's always a chance, too, when you sell out. People who sell out usually are brought back down. They love to build you up and bring you back down. As you can see, Floyd Mayweather, he's still searching for love. Look at all that money that Floyd's made, and he's unhappy. Is that what you're looking for, Tyron? Because, I'm going to tell you something about Tyron. Right now, people actually had your back, especially a lot of black people had your back. But now you're gonna be left on the island because you know what? The people that hate you, they're not gonna stop hating. Those people who couldn't stand you are always gonna continue to not hate you. They're always gonna continue to dislike you, and there's nothing you can do. No matter how many times you kiss their behinds and beg for love, they're gonna slap you away. And there's nothing you can do. There's literally nothing you can do. You can stick how many times you stick your hand out to try to shake their hands, they're gonna slap it away, or they may spit in your hand. You know what I mean? So you might as well just go on to get away from that. Go ahead and do what you were doing at first, which was call out the racism. There is racism in the UFC. There is. I mean, look at man. Look at me. Look at. Like I said, man, all you gotta do is just pay attention to what's been going on, to who they promote most of the time. You know what I'm saying? How everything is going on at the very moment, man. It's not just in MMA; it's also in boxing. So, and in sports, period. No matter what, as we can go to the NFL and look at the way Tom Brady's treated next to other black quarterbacks. When it's a black quarterback, they're told that they need to switch to wide receiver or some other position. Or when it comes to Tom Brady and it's some other quarterback, they're considered as a thinker. You know, they have brains. You know what I mean? Back when Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson played in NBA, you know what I mean? Larry Bird's a great player, but they always talked about how intelligent he was, and the other guys were, they just had gifts that Larry Bird could never have. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't have those gifts and then have a brain too. You know what I mean? It wasn't those two, and it wasn't those things that went together. It's always been that way, man. So Tyron, there's nothing you can do or to say right now that's going to make them change the way that they feel about you, man. That's just the way it is, man. We can look at right now. Take a look in the lighter weights of the UFC, man. We have Mr. Demetrius. You know what I mean? To Mr. Demetrius Johnson right now. Look at how he's getting treated. He's dominating everybody, and they said, "Well, he's fighting bums." He's not fighting bums. He's just 3 classes above these guys. He's good. He's a great. He should be treated as a legend, but he's being disrespected because he's destroying guys. That's what he's supposed to do when you're way better than the competition. You know what I mean? He's at his weight class. And he's doing what he's supposed to do, which is annihilate the competition. So Tyron, they're not going to ever like you. Just understand that. Just keep winning. Eventually, the love will come, or at least the love from other people will come. But the people who hate you, they're never gonna like you. They didn't even like Ali, man.
That's true. Ali, when he decided that, he said, "I ain't going to Vietnam because no Vietnamese call me boy." They hated him. They didn't let him fight or anything. And next thing you know, now he's a legend. There's a shirts with his face on it. There's quoting his sayings, like, he is like the same thing with Colin Kaepernick. They're changing the face of sports, and people tell him athletes need to be role models. But then when you got something you want to say, this and don't know, you shut your mouth like that. While back when LeBron said something about dump, then this woman from Fox News talking about, "Well, Brian, you can't change your mouth." But what do you want? You just can't have one thing and the other.
No, you can't, man. Joe, that was good. Cali, man, that was good stuff, man.
Yeah, well, come on, Coach. Transition it over, Coach. Let's go.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man.
DJ biting at the bit. Let's go.
Hold on, bro.
DJ wants some of the back guy.
Hold on,
some of the back guy.
I gotta let my brothers and sisters have their closing thoughts. That's how I do it, man.
Yeah, we gotta get Beverly.
I do not rush my people off the stream, man. I don't rush anybody. But does anybody else does anybody else have a closing thought, man, on Tyron Woodley? Because I think that was the last spot. Because then we're gonna go over into Molly McCan't.
Well, I'm gonna say
this. And I personally don't think we're gonna get this fight. I don't think we're going to get this fight anytime soon. I think AJ is too happy in the big house to come out. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
God. The bottom line, and I need him to give his thoughts.
The sister that you've had on here, I do not know her name, but she's been phenomenal, man. The first time I've heard her.
Thank you.
Yeah, much love, my sister. But What I do want to say is I want to ad-lib a little bit on what she said with Fast Eddie. Fast Eddie is a charlatan, okay? He's the front of the out front the liquor store type charlatan. trying to sell you a used hat, a dirty pair of Air Force Ones, whatever. He's one of those guys. Okay? Nobody should be taking him seriously at this point. Yes, it's okay to entertain any offer out here, especially when you have an option. But to entertain this guy and to put this man and let him control any of your boxing future, look at how he's damn near forcing Anthony Joshua to turn down $50 million plus whatever he's going to get on the back end to take care of his family. Does that look like a man that cares about your best interest at heart? $6 million for what 2 years from Adrian Broner? Does that look like a man that's like has your best interest at heart? No. Like I said, he's the guy with the dusty members only jacket, right? He's trying to sell you 2 loose cigarettes for $3. He ain't right. He's not right.
Oh my
fellas,
God, you taking it back to the 80s.
Well, fellas, you guys welcome. You guys welcome to hang out with us. We're gonna talk for about another half hour. The women's MMA. It's a women's MMA channel too. You guys, y'all can hang. I don't care. But we'll put this last bit of time into this because I know my man been waiting. But fellas, it's been fun. And I see my girl Guitar Babe. That's my sister from a whole nother mom. She in here chilling, And guys, we got a lot of different people on here. Guys, the bottom line. His name is the bottom line, Santee Walden. Man, it's one of my favorite channels, man. All day, man. The bottom line. I'm close to him, man. Sub to that channel, man. The bottom line, Santee Walden.
Much love, my brother. I appreciate that. I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna hang as long as I can, man. I'm trying to
go for it.
I'm trying to get educated.
All right, the Cali Enigma, folks. You got to subscribe to that channel. I want him over 1,000 subs before the 10th of June, man. I want him over that quick, man, because a lot of heat on that channel, man. I don't get to respond a lot, but I definitely listen, man, because he got a lot of videos with different time differentials. So yeah, good channel. And Guitar Babe actually made her first video, so now I can say go subscribe to the channel. Yes, her first video is out there. It was a good job.
Woo!
Yeah, you did, Guitar Babe. Yep.
Hey, tell her to post in the comment section so I can go ahead and follow. It'll be easy to follow.
Yeah, I wanna go to her channel.
Yeah. Oh, see, look at that guitar. I don't know. I got you some publicity, Guitar Babe. Look at this. General Africa. George don't make videos. As soon as George make a video, I'm gonna say, go to his channel. General Africa Awaken. Go to his channel and subscribe. He is the head of the LDBC Behavioral Science Unit. Okay. He's the head of that, man. We be telling you about these sickos, man, so y'all can block them. Johnson, he's the head guy at No Filter MMA. Go check that channel out and subscribe. And Beverly Rose has her first video. Enjoyed it, and I gotta leave my comment now. I had to watch it, but man, go subscribe to Beverly Rose. She's boy. All these people making videos, man. This is what's up.
You better believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. So BJ Johnson, we're gonna go ahead and let you get it started, man.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Let me get
Wait a minute. Who said here we go? Who was that? Who did me like that?
It was George. I just blame everything on George Page.
Like the way you throw me on the bus to Brittany's dad. I wouldn't do that to that man. I might say he want to go see a millionaire.
Hey man,
you threw me on the bus, coach.
Hey, hold on, man. Okay, hold on. So are you saying now? You trying to tell me that if you had the power, you would not take that man to a strip club? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
First off, like I said, if I would ask him, sir, where you like to go? Where you like to do? I mean, get to know the man first. And if he says, he might want to go see a play or something, that we go. But if you tell me, son, I want to see some booty, okay, we're going.
See, I told you. I knew it. Gotcha. See that? I knew you can't resist it. So hey, don't worry about it.
Up to him. I'm like this, like the devil, the devil don't take your soul unless you want him to take your soul. You give him the option to.
Oh, okay. So you're calling yourself the devil. Hey, no worries. Hey, okay, BJ Johnson. So BJ Johnson, what do you think about Molly McCan't calling out Valentina Shevchenko? You remember she called out before she got choked out?
What
flop like a fish.
What in the world was Molly McCann thinking? What was she, Coach? What was she thinking? I think I think what she was doing was she was riding off of that. She was she's a champion in another division, another organization or whatnot. She just thought, I'm fighting in Liverpool for my first, UFC debut, and I'm gonna get past this scrub, and I'm gonna call out Valentina Shevchenko. Man, what was that? What kind of performance was that, though?
Now I'm gonna ask the entire panel. I'm gonna ask everybody. Now I'm gonna show y'all a clip. Now this clip is gonna be of her getting choked out. Now entire panel, everybody on the panel right now, I want you to tell me what you think about this this clip. She's doing a dance move, and I think some of you might be familiar with the dance move. Okay, but I'm gonna see if y'all get this right. Okay, now here is a clip of the fight that I have in context. Now I'm gonna try to play a couple of seconds because you know how YouTube are. They get a little funny. Okay. And the UFC, they really get funny and they try to get you. But now look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Let's see if they're gonna show it. Ah man, they ain't show her doing the centipede. Hold on. There it is. There it is. Hold on. I'm gonna see if they show her doing the centipede. Man, she started doing it during centipede and gyrating. I don't know what the hell going on, man. Wait a minute. God dog, Molly. You should have tapped out right there, girl. You should have tapped out, girl.
That's not funny.
Wait a minute. Nah, they ain't gonna show it. Okay, it's somewhere she started doing the centipede, man.
That's not funny, Coach.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you why it's funny.
That's not funny.
Let me tell you why it's funny, BJ. I'm gonna tell you why it's funny.
What's that?
Because the reason why it's funny is because she sat back running her mouth talking about, hey, after I get this victory. So she done already looked past this opponent. And after she got the victory, or thought she was getting a victory, then she started calling out the top dog in the division. But I want to ask everybody on the panel, what y'all think about that choke out? And you ain't got to know nothing about it because, see, on this panel, you have to know nothing about MMA, period. All you got to do is just, hey, be interested. That's it. So what's up? What do you guys think about that? We'll start with you, Santee Walden. Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, it's like handing the goddamn on dirty sandwich, man, to a starving, homeless man. Hey, he's still going to eat it. And what I mean by that is, hey, you come up here in the lion's den thinking you going to get something, or you really about that action. You have to be everything that you claim. So when you're getting choked out like that, these are the last existing moments of whatever confidence and swagger that you had coming in here, barking like you the top dog. Now you have to be humble, and somebody hands you your hat. But that's all I got for you, Coach.
All right, guitar babe.
Well, I gotta say, Meatball sure got subbed. Sorry. See what I did there? Meatball got subbed.
What? Guitar babe, come on now. You're not supposed to be doing it. Come on now.
Sorry.
You got to stop the picking. Somebody's snoring. Somebody's snoring. Oh man, girls start doing the same.
It was a late stoppage though too with the ref because she was out for like maybe 4 or 5 seconds before he stopped in, before he went and stopped the fight. So
she's stupid. She didn't tap out.
Yeah, she should have.
I'm trying to find her when she's doing the centipede. I'm trying to find her, man. She started like, girl doing the centipede, the worm, or whatever they call it.
Coach, look up the fight on MMA Core. Type it in on Google, like watch Molly McCann versus Julian Robinson. You can pull up the whole fight.
I mean, you talking about you downloading the virus, man. I just got this laptop, man.
Man, it's not a virus. I watch the fights. I replay the fights on their website every time. There's no virus, Coach. I promise.
Yeah. See, but look, Okay, all right. Cali Nigma, man. Okay, I'll pull up. What you think, man, about that tap out, right? That submission, man. I mean,
I think he left.
Oh God.
I'm here. No, I'm here. I'm sorry. Was that for me?
Yes, sir.
What was your question, Coach? I'm sorry.
Think about that submission, man. Old girl didn't tap out, man.
Okay, so let me start. I've been waiting. I've been practicing this spiel, Coach, ever since she won. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to throw it at you, Coach. I am like the only person I know that's been rooting for, that's been trying to tell y'all about Jillian Robinson. Don't nobody want to listen to me. Everybody thinks she garbage. But Coach, my question is, did you see the game plan? Did you see how smart Jillian Robinson played that fight though? To me, the way it looked was she made Meatball. That's her only name. I'm not calling her Molly. Her name is Meatball. She made Molly think that, well, she made Meatball think that she was gonna stand and trade with her. You know what I'm saying? And then she started going in for the takedowns. And I knew that as soon as she got Molly down to the ground, because Molly admitted before the fight, I need to work on my ground game. That's the worst thing that you say that's the worst thing you say when you're getting ready to face a jiu-jitsu player. Like, that's the worst possible thing you can say was, I need to work on my ground game. But if she her next statement but if she wants to stand and trade with me, I mean, that's the dumbest thing you could have ever said. I mean, that gave Jillian Robinson the fight, pretty much, right or wrong.
I mean, yeah, it gave her the fight, but I'm not finna start anointing Jillian Robinson.
Come on, Coach.
Come on, man. Look, the girl couldn't stand. Look, I can name 5 people right now that'll dare her to give her the business, man. Look, the thing of it is, she had one good fight. Okay, she beat Molly McCan't. Okay, she beat the Cage Warriors champion. Ooh, Cage Warriors. Whoopie-de-doo. What kind of Cage Warriors? Man, come on. Cage Warriors.
You can't forget.
Why you think they in Cage Warriors?
Because
can't forget.
Because you always say, you know what I'm saying? You always say there's no talent in this division, though. I mean, now that we're seeing featherweight fights, you see the talent. The talent is coming. I'm not saying it's all there. It's coming.
It ain't no talent. Wasn't no talent that much coming out of the tough tournament. That's what I said. I said it wasn't that much talent coming out that tough tournament, and I was right about that. I said the real talent are the people with the world-class experience. I ain't finna anoint no Jillian Robinson, no queen. That ain't anointing her nothing. Look,
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That is in no way possible. That is what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying.
But that's what you acting like, though. But that's what you acting like.
Coach BJ.
No. I told you, Coach. What I told you was that she was good. I told you she was good because I've been watching her for a while. Like, I just told you she was good.
Well, let's quick, Coach.
Hold on. I'm gonna show it to you.
Molly. Jillian got beat.
You're doing a centipede,
Hold
up. Hey, look at it. There she go. Doing a darn centipede, man. You see that? Hey, man. She started doing. I'm picking at her. I know some people gonna say this is mean. It's not mean. I mean, she shouldn't have been talking junk.
Wait, rewind it.
And you should have made weight. I can't play it too long, because if I play it too long, the UFC, they'll take the video.
She lost to Cynthia Cavillo, if that means anything.
Who, Jillian Robinson?
She did.
You also forget Jillian got beat by Bob Hunchak doing the Tough Show.
Yeah, she got beat by Bob Hunchak, but that was because
okay. And guys, we got to explain now. Y'all talk about it. My man Santee said he taking notes, so we got to explain who Barb is first, man, because then I want to kind of add that input in. But go ahead, man. Who's Barb Hunchak?
Barb is she's the former Invicta champion. Invicta strawweight. Yeah. Is it strawweight? Yeah. She was the strawweight champion. So so that's a totally different level of competition. I mean, Barb Hunchak is a good fighter. She's past her prime, but she's a good fighter. Shout out to Reggie.
But she still beat Jillian. It's like when remember in Coming to America, when they're in the barbershop and talking about, we're always pulling up, say, why people always pulling Rocky Montano and Eddie Murphy just he beat Joe Louis's ass, and it's like Joe Louis did get an ass beat.
Oh man.
I mean, but when you mention Barb Hunchak, I mean, Barb Hunchak she's not a slouch by any means.
No, she's not.
No, and Jillian Robinson, she's a very what's the word I'm looking for? She's a very tentative striker. Like her striking needs a lot of development. Like she doesn't.
Oh, good. I'm sorry, brother. My bad.
She doesn't throw with a lot of power. Like she throws her strikes to set up the takedown. Like she's not really much of a striker, which that's definitely an area that she needs to improve on. but I was just glad to see her choke out Meatball, because Meatball was talking a lot of junk before this fight. And Jillian Robinson was very humble. She was very cool. You know what I'm saying? She said she's just going to go in there. She's going to do her job, and she's going to get the victory. That's one part of the main reason why I like Jillian Robinson so much, because she's starting from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always a sucker for the underdog. And she's always.
Speaking of Barb Harnchak, Mr. BJ, look, Barb Harnchak so old, she farting fossil fuels, man. Come on.
Oh, man.
She's farting fossil fuels.
You won't be saying that about Marion.
He got beat by Meth Head Murphy, man. Come on.
Coach, but Coach, you don't say that about
Meth Head.
Yeah. Coach, how you gonna talk? But you can't talk about
Meth Head Murphy.
Marion, you can't talk about Barb Harnchak. You ain't talk about Marion Renault age.
What about Marion Renault? Look, here's the difference. Marion Renault is 40 years old, look like she's 20, and she's still beating top competition.
No, Coach.
What is Barb Harnchak doing?
Marion Renault.
Barb took time. Look, Barb laid out. Okay, she laid out. Stayed gone for 3 years, came back in, and I guess she thought she was still gonna have the same swag that she had back in 2013. No, she ain't had it. She went in there, she got beat by a meth head, okay? She got beat by Meth Head Murphy. And let me tell you something on top of that. After she lost to Meth Head Murphy, she had an excuse. But don't they all have an excuse? When Marion Renault lost to Holly Holm, she didn't have an excuse. Guess what she did? She came back and won 3 straight, and she knocked out Sarah McMahon. Put her in a triangle hold of death. What you got to say about that one?
But Coach, she's still farting fossil fuels though.
Marion Renault ain't farting no fossil fuels. Marion Renault is making these girls turn into fuels.
You heard Coach Phillips, and you know that's his princess. You don't want to mess with Marion.
I'm just messing with Coach. I'm just messing with Coach though, man. It's I'm just getting under his skin, because I know Coach is very biased when it comes to Marion Renault. Of course, I'm just messing with him.
He's very
Coach, you can't be coming for my girls though, man.
Hey, okay. Let me ask my man Santee what he think about this. Hey, man, I'm gonna show a picture.
About me about Bojangles.
Man, we ain't talking about no Bojangles. I ain't talking about her, man. Look, I'm gonna show Santee. I'm gonna show you a photograph of Marion Renault. Now watch. Let's do a side-by-side comparison, okay? And I want you to tell me who you think look young in the picture, and be honest. And don't tell me. And I know Santee gonna tell me the truth. I know he gonna tell me the truth. He's never sugarcoated stuff to me. The man can cuss me out, and I know he tell him he ain't honest with me. I know he had, cause he done went off on me once. A small went off, but not too bad. Not as bad as he done went off on some people. But I'm gonna put a side-by-side image for you, Santee, and see. Boy, we gonna see. Because see, we want to talk about age here. We want to talk about age. You know, hey, well, Marion Renault too old and all this mess.
Very sensitive about the blues and blue, Jay. He's very sensitive. About
come on. Hey, who's being sensitive? Nobody being sensitive. Hey, man, we're not being sensitive. I'm just, we're just putting a point out there. I'm gonna use Paint, Microsoft Paint. You know, everybody got that program, don't you? Let me see. Who am I putting there? Hey, I put Bojangles in the picture. She look younger than Bojangles.
Bojangles is a whole lot sexier than Barb Harnchak. I can tell you that.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I agree with you.
Sorry, man. I don't want to put sexy and Bojangles in the same.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have love, Coach, yeah, like her personality, but she's attractive.
Nah, man.
She's got pretty eyes.
Hey, when Bojangles
I don't know who y'all looking at, but Joanna Young.
Y'all attracted to her nose. That's about the only thing y'all can think. I mean, I bet y'all dudes attracted to her nose.
Joanna Young J-Check.
It's not about the nose.
Her nose
is about the nose.
She's not. When Joanna Young J-Check is not cutting weight and she's walking around at her usual 135 or whatever, however much she walks around at, Joanna Young J-Check is very attractive, Coach.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Also, Coach, I about the nose thing. Girls with nose like hers, they perform better at certain things.
Hey, we all got our own take.
I'm about to vomit, man. I'm about to vomit.
Coach, no, put up the picture. Put up the picture of
Go ahead, put up the picture,
Bojangles. Put up the picture of Bojangles when she be Carl Thunder people.
You said when she's not cutting weight. When she's not cutting weight, she still looks like the Smeagol. So
my precious.
Yeah, get on her. Get on her helmet. Get on her helmet. Hold on, I'm putting this picture up for my man Santee Walden because he's gonna tell the truth. Now listen, And he's not gonna lie.
Santi's gone.
This man has never told a lie. He may have lied last year, but he ain't lied this year.
Santi gone. They just popped off.
Oh, everyone's leaving.
I'm finna put the Santi gone. God dog it. Well, that's okay. I'm gonna put
it's something up with the chat because Guitar Babe left and BJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
They might read.
Whoa. It's Eddie Hearn.
BJ Johnson is back.
I'm back.
I was going to show Santee this photograph, but
your camera's on.
Now,
you don't know.
Now, let's take a look at this here photograph.
Your camera's on.
Huh? Who, BJ Johnson? I think it is.
Yeah, you know them weirdos.
Santi's back.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It might be Megan Anderson.
I'm sorry. I mean, he's cooking, man.
You mean Taylor Melee?
Okay.
Yeah.
Santee is back. Now, Santee, I need your honest opinion because I know Santee Walden will be truthful. Which one of these women?
Camera's on.
Who, mine?
There you go.
Oh.
These weirdos looking at y'all.
No, it's all good. I'm good looking, so I don't mind the camera being on. You know what I'm saying? So you straight.
What's going on?
You know, I used to have my camera on back in the days, but then some dude started asking me, man. Like, started asking me to flex, man, and all this other stupid stuff. Like, man, I ain't trying to flex.
Hey, what?
That means they into, come say.
Nah, bro. Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, BJ, I'm with you, too. I'm handsome, too, but I ain't getting on the camera.
I feel you, Coach.
Okay, now, Santee Walden. This is and this will be a question for the panel. But Santee Walden must answer this question first. And in the comment section, you can answer, too. Which one of these women? Now, let's do this. First of all, let's do an appeal test. Which one of these three women would you run up on and say, hey, come on over here and let me deal with you today?
The one there at the bottom there, the one all the way at the bottom.
Yes.
Bojangle check. Bojangle check.
All the way
to the This, Coach, Coach says that the old game.
Did you just say Bojangle check?
Yes.
Yeah, he said Bojangle check.
Yes.
I can't see the picture. The picture's way off.
Bojangle check.
Yes.
He said he can't see the picture.
Oh, where's my glass? Where's my glasses?
Wait,
hold on.
You gotta zoom in on her, Coach. You gotta look at every picture. You gotta show Santee every single picture of her. To be fair,
he can't see the picture.
He gets her all the way at the bottom.
Don't get happy. He can't see the picture.
Her facial.
Let me get my glasses. Hold on. Let me get my glasses.
Hold on. If y'all let Coach talk for a second, the picture will get big. So let Coach talk.
All right. Now, in this photograph, we have three fighters. We have Marion Renaud, we have Barb Hanchek, and we got Joanna Bojangle-Check, okay? Bojangle-Check is the one at the bottom. God dog, Bojangle-Check. Look at her, man. This is the girl that got knocked out in the first round by Rose Namajunas, who is very delusional and thinks that she's never been knocked out in her life. Mrs. Joanna Bojangle-Check.
Okay, all right.
Hey,
I just want to get her name.
All right, I can see now. I can see a little bit better. Excuse me. I had to put my thick ass bifocals on, but
I told you to zoom in for him, Coach. Let him look at every picture.
Okay. I probably should have got a full body photograph. That's what I should have did.
All right,
Coach, put up the face off. Put up the face off with Esparza, or with Karolina Kowalkiewicz when she crouched down looking like Smeagol.
Yeah, but that's like after she didn't cut weight and look all drained. I'm talking about when she walks around normally. Well, when she walks around normally and she takes pictures for her social media, she's very attractive.
To be fair, you can't really show him a picture of her while she's cutting weight, You gotta have a picture of her while she's not cutting weight.
Yeah. Okay. We got a problem with today's
society. Yeah, they already rehydrated.
This is how you break it down like this. Remember the old game, marry, screw, and kill. Okay. Marion, I would marry. Joanna, I would screw. And Barb, I would kill. So that's how you break it down.
I knew he was going to do this. I knew it. No. We got to keep it kind of clean, man. We got to keep it clean a little bit.
It's clean. I said screw.
Keep it clean, George. Come on, man.
Screw. See the other word. Now, if that's not clean enough for you, I don't know what is.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to take this for, who looks the youngest out of these three women?
Joanna.
Yeah, I'll say Joanna.
Okay, keep going.
But now that's not taking nothing away from Marion Renault. Now Marion Renault, she look like a whole snack up in that picture now.
Black don't crack. That's the truth.
They look like they had to fight for a reason. There's a such thing as an unattractive white woman. In this society, people act like there's no such thing. And it is, man. Like, I don't, like, out of none of them, I'm not really, no. Like, they have them some average joints. I'm sorry.
Right.
Right. I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing, like, I'm not beating down the door for none of them joints. That's one of them joints I'll see at the grocery store and say, hi, hey, how you doing? Hey, you know where the, do you know what the seasonal salt is, man? Can you tell me where I can find the seasonal salt?
Hey, Coach, you should put a picture of Carolina for Santee now. I think he'll fall in love with her.
Nah, he not.
Nah, the only person he gonna fall in love with is Misha Tate. First sight, Misha Tate. Bam, there you.
Yeah, Misha Tate. Yeah.
But Coach, let's talk about. But Coach, real quick, let's talk about
because for black men out here, these folks act like you've never seen an average white woman. No disrespect. It ain't got nothing to do with me being racist or nothing like that. That's such thing.
No, you telling the truth, bro.
Right. Like joints don't be it's average. Like I ain't trying to call it ugly or like, all right, okay, right?
Like my girl is another girl I like is Sarah Morris. Sarah's not that breath looking, but she got that one thing about her that I'm attracted to. You know what I'm talking about, Coach Sarah Morris.
Okay. So now we're gonna bring it back to reality. We're gonna bring it back to reality, y'all. Let's bring it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
At first, I don't know how it turned to just being, who looked the youngest. Okay. Then it turned from who looked the youngest to who we was. No, we ain't finna do the screw thing. But what we're gonna say is Molly McCan't got destroyed. Okay. She was talking all that junk. How do y'all think? How do y'all think she would fare against Valentina if the fight were to happen? How about that?
Domination.
It would be complete domination.
It'd be Cascatella 2.0, Coach. It'd be like Priscilla 2.0.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this, Guitar Babe. Okay. How would this fight end? Uh-oh, somebody got me on it.
I think Valentina would end up finishing her.
Oh, somebody else.
She would give her a complete beatdown for all rounds because Molly, she's a tough fighter. She's a warrior, but she's not quick enough.
Speakerphone. Hey, put your phone on speaker, please.
Or whoever it is, just move back from your computer. Like move back from your computer because it's a feedback that's going into your microphone and it's actually reverberating. So just move back from your computer and then you'll be fine. Or just put yourself on mute.
All right.
But yeah, I think that she's not quick enough because Valentina's very, very fast. She's got a lot of speed. She's accurate. I just don't think Molly is quick enough to deal with that skill level, And like you said, I think she's probably just talking all that because she's the former Cage Warriors champ, which is great. But this is the UFC now. This is
right.
These are the best fighters in the world. These aren't fighters that are up and coming that are in another organization. But I just think it'd be a complete beatdown for, Valentina would just beat her down for all 5, rounds. Because like I said, Molly doesn't have the skill set or the speed to deal with Valentina.
I think she's gonna be put out quicker than on time that Ronda Rousey put out on Kat Zingano. I think she don't stand a chance. She's gonna get beat down worse than Priscilla Canciera. I mean, they better not have they better Yamasaki in there. Mario. If she dies Yamasaki. No, they better not have a matchup.
They want Mario. We won't see Mario back.
He'll be back eventually.
And rightfully so.
Like I said,
he'll get somebody killed in there.
Yeah, real talk. He will.
All right, so I'm gonna put a photograph to give Santee a visual who Valentina Shevchenko is. I'm gonna give him a visual, and that's she Kyrgyzstan, but she actually got Russian blood, live in Peru, from Kyrgyzstan. Hell, she done been all over the place, man. She speak like a million freaking different languages, but probably one of the most skillful people in the division. You know, she got 2 losses to Amanda Nunes. And, you know, I know everybody on the panel know Amanda Nunes. And, yeah, I mean, Amanda Nunes ain't no joke. Amanda Nunes is no joke.
The Lion Queen.
All right. So this is Valentina Shevchenko, okay? And, you know, she's pretty tough. You know, she was fighting undersized at that weight class. You know, fighting undersized. But, you know, she did good against some of the bigger girls. But Amanda is a whole nother animal, you know. And Amanda used that size and used a lot of techniques to keep Valentina from, you know, using her offense. So Valentina done moved back down to 125 pounds. And this is what she did. Now, I'm going to put our last opponent up. Let me put up Priscilla. Yeah. Y'all can see me pulling it up. Now,
she murdered
right here.
I thought we were going to witness the first octagon death.
This is what Valentina did to Priscilla. Man, she did. It was, you know, I'm talking about she beat her down pretty bad. Like, you know, and this is what she's doing right here to her. I'm talking about, man, she beat this girl into a whole nother dimension.
I remember
since the
when
first
she was
round, though. She had her since the first round. She was about to knock her out. Then she just decided, oh, I'm just going to take her to the ground and finish her. But she was like, no, I don't want to finish her anymore. I'm just going to beat her to a pole.
Yeah, because she's staggered.
In Priscilla's blood. Like, she was covered in blood.
And she said she was glad that it went to decision and that they didn't stop it. That's how crazy she is. Them Russian chicks are crazy.
Thing is, she don't even look like she can fight, but you know, as soon as she get up in there, man, she's
like a Russian assassin or something.
Yeah, she's dope. You have to give, you know, credit where it's due. Valentina is no slouch.
She other than Rose having 2 victories, she has 3 victories over Joanna back when they were fighting in
Muay Thai. Muay Thai, yep.
Yeah. Just what they said.
See her in a boxing ring. That would be interesting.
Yeah, you know, Valentina used to box. I mean, she got a degree, man. You know, she got a degree in boxing, a degree in kickboxing, Muay Thai. I mean, she went to school for it. Like over where she from, they got schools. I didn't even know you can get a degree in boxing, but she got one. Yeah, man. Homegirl know how to do it all. She was a good boxer when she boxed. I mean, but it was Muay Thai. And she wanted to do MMA, so that's what happened.
Yeah, Valentina fits. She MMA is probably her home.
Yeah. That's we're all waiting. We're all like rubbing our hands, waiting for Antonita to come in and see what she does and how she do.
But Coach, I got a question, Coach. So I mean, what do you think are some upcoming matches? You know, of course, besides the obvious Nico Valentina thing, which you know,
I ain't gonna happen.
Let me. I've been wanting to say this. You know what I'm saying? You know, Dana White came out not too long ago, just maybe a week or so ago, with an interview when someone was asking him about the Nico Valentina thing, and he said that, you know, that was bull crap that was made up by Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani, the UFC never said that they were, you know what I'm saying, pressuring Nico to sign the contract to fight Valentina. That came out of Dana White's mouth. He said that he knew about Nico's tonsillectomy that needed to happen, adenoids or whatever, and they flew her out to get that surgery. So, you know, the Ariel, you got to be careful what you believe when you know what I'm saying, when you're listening to these reporters out, because it's not all true news.
BJ, so really, he was speaking out of turn.
BJ.
No, he was. The UFC had never said that to Ariel Helwani. Valentina said that. Valentina said that her and her team were getting impatient with Nico Montano, and Ariel Helwani flipped it and said the UFC is getting impatient with Nico Montano, and that was fake news.
BJ, you know I can't get this, can't confirm, but I only got a question for you.
I'll send you the link to the interview.
So listen. Here's the thing. If the UFC, now why would they send the contract? See, you know, big entities and corporations like the UFC, they just don't send out a contract for decorations. They send contracts out to get signed. Now, Valentina signed her end of the contract. Now, Valentina been more credible. Valentina ain't never tried to duck nobody. She ain't never tried to call off a fight. She been injured, still fought fights. She done took short notice fights. She done took all these fights at the drop of a dime. for the UFC, but they sent the contract out. Nico got a copy of the contract. How we gonna explain this? Okay, she got a contract. Of course, they're getting tired of her. They sent the contract so she can sign the damn contract. That's why they sent her the contract.
Yeah, but Dana White, no, he knew that she needed medical attention before the fight. He knew that, and he said, "I'm gonna send you as soon as we off this. I'm gonna send you the link to the video."
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, the fact is, they sent the contract. Okay, they sent the contract. That means that they had every intention of Nico signing it and Valentina signing the contract. So, I mean, did Dana White, with all his infinite wisdom and his bald head, did he just send the contract by accident? Like,
but how do we know Nico hasn't signed the contract though? We don't know for sure if she signed it or
because
not.
the fight would have been made by now. They would have announced it. It would have been announced, man. It's May. They're supposed to fight in July. There's not a lot of time for a training camp.
Well, Nico says she's targeting the July date. So, I mean, she said that. She said that she's targeting, and I've talked to Nico because I'm trying to get Nico to come on No Filter MMA. You know what I'm saying? And I asked Nico. I said, do you have, what's up? What's the update on the Valentina situation? And her response to me was, I'm targeting the July date. So
I'm surprised she didn't block you.
Yeah. No, no. See the difference. Hold on 1 second, George. Hold on 1 second. I reached out to Nico Montano because I know that when we're actually watching Tough, you know what I'm saying? It's already happened. It's already happened months before. So I've reached out to a few of those girls. I reached out to Montana Stewart. I reached out to Jillian Robinson. I reached out to Nico Montano. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, she couldn't tell me, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. But, you know what I'm saying, I've been talking to Nico before all of this stuff that went down. You know what I'm saying? So when I hit Nico up and asked, what's the update with the Valentina thing, she said, I asked her, is there any update with the Valentina thing? And she said she's targeting the July date. So it looks like she's in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how true that is. I don't know.
Well, then why didn't she sign the contract?
See?
I understand. I hear what you're saying. Yes. That's right.
Listen to every word.
But let's put this out first. We know what kind of part-tart fart Whisker Biscuit Dana White is. He would cover his tail. He may not have said it for earshot for everybody here, but I know in back of his head saying, this girl's holding up, the title. She's holding up maybe a big money pay-per-view, and she's holding up the future champion. She's not. He may not say it directly to somebody's face, but he's saying it. And and sometimes somebody might, like what's happening at the White House, where anytime Trump says something, it's leaked. Somebody says something. If it comes out,
though. But George, let me ask you this question: put yourself in Nico Montano's shoes. Put yourself in Nico Montano's shoes. If you know that there's a surgery that you need to get done, you know what I'm saying, and that this surgery is apparently she said this is affecting her breathing somehow. You know what I'm saying? So if you know that you get ready to fight somebody like Valentina Shevchenko, whose cardio is completely out of this world, she knew.
But this the same girl who was ready to fight Sarge Eubanks, man. Come on, I can't, man.
But when somebody is getting ready to face Sarge Eubanks, do they have? When you have somebody about to face Sarge Eubanks and then about to face Valentina, I mean, who is going to rattle your cage a little bit more? Of course, Valentina.
So what you admit is that she's scared. So you see, you the biggest Nico fan. You just admitted she's scared.
That's not. No, I didn't. Not in no way did I admit she was scared. I didn't finish what I was saying. No. I did not say she was scared. I said what I was saying was if Nico Montano knows that she's about to fight Valentina Shevchenko, she wants herself to be 100%. You know what I'm saying? So I sympathize with. I mean, not sympathize, but I kind of see where Nico's coming from. If I need to get this done. If I need to get this done so I'm 100%, I'm going to get this done so I'm 100%. So I can get in there.
Okay, BJ, here's my thing. if she is like not healthy, she's consistently unhealthy right now, I think she needs to vacate the belt.
Yes.
You know, let Sarge and Valentina fight for it, and then come back when she's ready. That's my opinion.
Or
if you're
can't stay. Look.
Here's up right here.
He can't stay injured.
Nico might.
Unless you're Conor McGregor.
Yeah, she's not Conor McGregor.
But she's not.
She ain't got to be Conor
exactly.
McGregor. You don't have to be Conor.
But with Nico here, what she needs to do is this. Nico should think about this. Okay, one thing you have to do, like the thing is Valentina. Valentina, she has not fought since Catchier. That's been almost 3 months. And she's used to fighting. She has so much time on hand. And that's what she's wanting to do. So I would like this. Go ahead and have a fight between Sarge and Valentina. If Nico want to heal, let her heal. Those two can fight to see who be the #1 shot. Hey, stop doing that. And then if Nico's ready, she's 100%, and between those two, then let them fight. But like I said, if she already had a surgery and it's like maybe about 3 weeks to a month to heal from tonsillitis, then she should be ready to go. But right now, if she has to heal, she has to train and everything. I can see your point, BG. She has to train and everything else. But if she's taking her time, and you got to appease the bullet, so just go ahead and give her another victory.
Yeah, but who says just because? But who says just because it's Valentina Shevchenko that Nico has to hurry, and you better get ready for this fight? Like, oh my gosh, you got to sign this.
Because she said she'd fight her in July. She said she'd fight her.
She gave her word to fight her in July.
Yeah, she the one said it. She the one came up with the date.
But like I said,
Valentina asked her. She said, "When we gonna get this work in?" Nico said July. The contract got sent. They don't send contracts unless you're gonna fight.
But who is Valentina Shevchenko that Nico Montano has to answer to? Valentina is not.
Valentina is not the relevant person in that division.
It doesn't. She's not the champion. But she's not.
Who has Nico Montano beat to even get a belt? Who has she fought? Because if you tell me, I'm gonna debunk that all day long. This is a debunking class session 101. If you tell me somebody who has Nico beat,
but like I said, it's like this.
This is the same damn Nico that got beat by Pam Sorensen. God dog.
Nico. Listen, the UFC. This was the UFC's idea.
Hey, give it to him, coach. Give it to him, coach. God damn it.
This was the UFC's idea to do this. The UFC said whoever wins this competition gets this belt. Y'all talking like Nico just said, "Oh, I have the belt." That's not how it happened.
But if you the champion, you gotta fight. If you the champion, you gotta fight the best. And they get they're not gonna let this girl keep this belt, man.
And that's the same thing with the.
She's making up too many excuses.
But she never said. She never look. Jermaine Durandame straight out flat says she's not fighting Cyborg. Nico has never said that.
Well,
Nico's never said that.
She ain't never said it, but God dog it, boy. She's saying in her actions, Valentina done had more fights than me. Valentina been on this level. I don't have the experience, Valentina. Look at Nico. We know you scared. Look, just get in there. You probably gonna make about 6 figures. Just get in there, get punched in the face. You'll be a little bloody. You'll come back. You'll get an immediate rematch. Valentina said she'd give you a rematch if she won the belt. I mean, what's there to be afraid of? This is a win-win situation. And then let me finish, because this is gonna be big for Nico's portfolio if she can last a certain amount of rounds against Valentina. Guess what? Now she done put herself on the map. Hey, this is the girl that actually gave Valentina a tough fight. See, Nico don't believe she can beat Valentina. I wish I was interviewing her. Could I ask her, look, I don't think you believe you can beat her. Because you're talking real scary. And every time the subject of Valentina come up, every time she blocked people. Hell, she blocked Valentina by asking her, when are we going to get this thing done? You are the champion. You're supposed to fight the best. You're not supposed to hold on to the belt. You're not supposed to polish it up. Okay, you're not supposed to, it's probably sitting on the counter now. It probably smell like possum piss. Nobody wants this girl to sit back. You got to fight the best. And I'm sorry. If you're telling me that this the same Nico that got beat by what Pam Bam, okay, every tough fight, and Pam Bam was a step up in competition. She got beat by Pam, okay? And then she fought a Roxanne Modafferi who got 2 electronic knees. I mean, what? and barely won that fight.
Bionic.
Man, come on.
But like I said, like they should go ahead and do this. Just go ahead and do this.
Y'all hate Nico. I'm telling y'all.
I hate Nico.
Hey, you can't mess with the coach, man. Listen to what the coach trying to tell you. Trying to take you to school, man. You got your level 2 pencils in composition book, man.
Let's do like this.
Coaches. I mean, coach got some valid points. He's got valid points. But if I don't agree with what the coach say, I just don't agree, and I just don't agree with that. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't agree with saying that Nico Montano is scared of Valentina. I just do not agree.
USC should go ahead and do this.
Let's okay, I want to read this part. See, I've always told y'all to read and listen to every single word. See, it's called psychology. It's called psychology, okay? And I'm going to read this article to you, okay? I'm going to read it. All right, hold on. I'm going to pull it up for you. Okay. And we're going to listen, read every word. I tell y'all this because, see, the thing of it is, man, when you don't listen to every single word, then you start getting confused, okay? All right, so let me tell you what Nico says. All right. So Nico, it says it right here, okay? Nico Montano says that Valentina has years more experience, but I'm not afraid of Valentina Shevchenko. What does that sound like? I'm a fighter. I'm not afraid to fight. But Valentina has years more experience than me, and she's been fighting longer than I have. Now, let's put that in English.
How does that translate to being scared?
Let's put that in English. Okay, so if I fight Valentina, I got a built-in excuse, okay? The reason why I'm going to get my behind whooped is because Valentina been fighting longer than me. So, see, now we got to read. You got to read this thing closely. So, listen. So, now she's already admitted that Valentina's a better fighter. She just did with that statement. She just admitted that. She said it. I didn't say it. You didn't say it. Nico just said Valentina's a better fighter. So now we see, because Nico was running her mouth saying, hey, you know, I think Sarge Eubanks deserves a title shot. Wait a minute. So you ready to give Eubanks the title shot, right? But whenever Valentina mentioned, oh, she's just a better fighter, you know, and she's been fighting longer than me. No, get inside of the octagon and fight. Don't nobody want to hear your excuses. Get in there and take this ass whooping. Because that's what's going to happen. You know it. She know it. All the Nico fans know it. Her mama know it. Her daddy know it. They all know that she's finna get in there and get destroyed.
I don't think that's what Nico was saying. I think Nico was displaying good sportsmanship by acknowledging the fact that Valentina Shevchenko, she was stating the obvious. Everybody, I mean, with Valentina, with Nico saying that, it's not like that's not something we already knew. We already knew Valentina had more experience than Nico. We knew Valentina's had more fights than Nico. So why does Nico actually saying those words translate to her being scared? I don't get that. Like, I don't understand how her acknowledging her opponent.
Because you are who you are. If either you're a big fish or you're not. Either you're at the top of the food chain or you're not. And if you're running around here fighting others and ducking one and saying, hey, you know what? I'm not as good as them. That's why I shouldn't have to fight them. Get out the sport. Get out of here.
That's not what she said, though. That's not what she said. Let's talk about what Nico actually said. And what Nico actually said was Valentina has more experience and more fights than me. There's been thousands of matchups in the UFC where an opponent has admitted that someone has admitted that their opponent has more experience in a certain aspect.
And I agree. That doesn't mean they're scared. That does not mean they're scared.
Okay, exactly. So Miesha Tate, before Miesha went into the ring with Holly, Miesha said Holly's a far better calculated striker than I am. So no one said that Miesha Tate's? No one said Miesha Tate sounded scared of Holly Holm.
Miesha didn't say, but Miesha didn't say she.
And it didn't take that long to make the fight.
She was going to fight somebody else because she, give a shot at the title. She fought Holly Holmes and beat her. And she never said that she said she had more fights. She just said she was strategically better than I was, but she still beat her.
Okay.
And also
so who says that Nico's not going to beat Valentina?
She's not.
Who says that? How does Miesha saying it mean one thing and Nico saying it means another thing.
Because listen,
Misha has
come on, y'all.
The difference, hold on, the difference between Nico Montano and Holly Holm is that Holly Holm took the fight immediately. I mean, you look, Holly Holm got injured. Hold on. Holly Holm got it. Okay, Holly Holm had a hip injury. She had a hip injury. Okay, she had a foot injury. But did Holly Holm pull out of the fight? Did Holly Holm say, "Well, I got to take all this time"? No, she got in the fight and fought Misha Tate anyway. That's because
she thought Misha was an easy win.
She didn't think that.
She did.
No, she didn't think that. And Misha, at the time, Misha was actually one of the top contenders for the belt.
And hold on, if the speculation don't work with the young lady that you're campaigning for, why does it work for the other lady that coach is talking about? It's got to be one way. Either it is or it ain't.
That's the same question. That's the same question I just asked, and you flipped it around.
Valentina.
Flip the question back around, and that's the exact same question I just asked you. If Misha said it, how come it doesn't translate that Misha's scared? But when Nico says it, it translates that Nico is all of a sudden scared about
Misha took the fight. Coach just answered this because Misha took the fight.
And Nico is scared because of the fact that she keeps pushing it. I understand about the tonsillitis thing. We understand that part. But what she should have said was she should not have.
That's the only part. That's the only part. The tonsil thing. The tonsil thing is it. That's the only. There is no other part. The part of the reason why the fight is being held up is because she had to have a tonsillectomy. I'm pretty sure that when Nico is all healed up from a tonsillectomy, which I've had a tonsillectomy, and it takes a few weeks for that to heal up. I'm pretty sure that when a month after a tonsillectomy, you're still hurting. Trust me.
She's back in the gym training. So how's she gonna explain it?
But what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure when Nico gets healed up, she's gonna sign the fight, and she's gonna do the fight. I'm sure she's not running from Valentina. Valentina is not.
Nico gonna have another injury.
Valentina is waiting. She is chomping at the bit. She has not fought in almost 3 months. She wants to get back into the octagon. She needs an opponent. Now, like I said, if UFC feel that Nico got any time to recover, then give her Alexa Davis. And then after the fight between Sarge and Methhead, if Sarge gets past her, then Nico and Valentina should fight. But if, like this, Nico, if you're not ready, not sure you want to be the champion, give up the title. Put it up for, put it up.
I don't think it's to the extent to the point
to defend the belt when she said she could, because she the one picked the date. She picked July, so that means if she can't defend the belt when she needs to, go on and give her the belt. Because girl, we know you don't want to fight. Matter of fact, here. Let me tell you what else Nico said. Hold on, let me read this. Okay, she says if Shevchenko wants to hold off until I'm ready, why not? Montano said at this weight, 125 is hard to get scared. I was a 135 pounder. And I was fighting girls way stronger than me at one point in some aspects. Okay, some aspects. At 125, I don't really feel like I get overpowered as easy, even though she's been fighting for her whole life, and I've been fighting for under a decade. Well, hot diggity dog, I'm just going to have to go to my headquarters and rely on my strength. Yep, you're going to start praying spiritually because you're going to be on your knees praying, Lord, please help me beat Valentina, because Valentina going to destroy me, Lord. That's what she just said. She gave it all away in that whole sentence.
Let's remember.
She gave it away.
Valentina is, man. Valentina is y'all on, but that is not what you were saying. She is not.
I just read it to you. She just said this.
No, I'm saying like the gateway that y'all keep saying that these quotes are a gateway out of the fight. Where do y'all get that from? How is her words? How are the words that she's saying a gateway out of fighting Valentina?
Well, I tell you what,
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Her same words that she was saying about Sarge Eubanks, she was ultra excited about that fight. The possibility that fight actually happened, oh man, she was excited. She was ready to fight.
Because Sarge was the rightful person who should have been fighting in Roxanne Modafferi's place. It's not Nico's fault that Sarge didn't make weight. Sarge was expecting to fight. She trained for Sarge Eubanks. Nico trained for Sarge Eubanks, so of course she's gonna want to eventually fight Sarge Eubanks.
Not Nico.
Y'all are some Valentina Shevchenko simps. Period. That's it. That's what it is.
The difference between a simp and the difference between a simp and the difference between a pimp is that a simp. Listen, a simp, they don't think with logic. and they don't use facts. See, simps only go off emotion. I'm reading the facts, okay? Fact. Valentina team, matter of fact, they already told me that they got a contract that they've already signed. That's a fact. Nico received a contract. That's a fact. Valentina signed the contract. Nico didn't sign the contract. That's a fact. Okay. Nico picked the date. She said she would be ready in July. That's a fact. So wait a minute. Now you're not ready to fight on your own date? All these are facts. Everything I've said to you in this whole live stream has been a complete fact. I ain't spoke on no emotion. I may have gotten a little excited, but these are all facts. And on top of that, you got this girl right here telling you, she giving you an excuse why the fight, and she telling you, dude, you just got to read. You got to read it. She's telling you why this fight ain't happening. Man, come on. This girl don't want to fight. This girl don't want to fight. No, she don't.
But who says Nico has to, who says Nico has to jump when Valentina says jump? Who says Nico has to jump when Valentina says so? Valentina's not the champ. She's never been the champ. So who is Valentina? I'm pretty sure the question going through Nico's mind is, who the hell is Valentina supposed to be?
No, yes, the question going through Nico's mind is, how am I going to survive 5 rounds? That's the question going through her mind.
But her mind should say, how am I going to survive 2 rounds?
All I'm saying is Nico does not have to jump when Valentina says jump. Okay. Valentina can wait. She can wait in line. She can wait in line like everybody else to get a crack at the title.
She ain't waiting in line.
She don't have to jump.
Valentina, the number 1 contender. She's a number 1 contender.
You're the champion. When you're the champion, you have a target on your back. Everybody wants, and she should be prepared for that situation. If not, then they should not have gave her a championship. They should have gave her a contract, put her into a tournament like all the other ladies, and fight for a belt. And then maybe but she became a champion, and she should have realized you have a target on your back. Everybody's out to get you.
I think that if anybody, I think that everybody the reason why Nico is receiving so much flack is because nobody expected Nico Montano to win this competition. Nobody expected Nico to win this competition. If this would have been if Sajar Eubanks would have won this competition and she had an injury that she had to sit out for, you know what I'm saying? She had an injury that's holding her up, or a surgery or a procedure that's holding her up. I don't believe everybody would be on Sajar Eubanks' back like that. If Roxanne, well, maybe if Roxanne Modafferi would have won, but if Barb, let's say if Barb Honchak became the UFC champion and she had an injury or a surgery, she wouldn't be receiving this kind of flack from people, from MMA fans. Nico Montano is receiving this kind of flack because nobody expected her to win, and nobody thinks that she's good enough to beat. Nobody thinks she's good enough to win.
But BJ, once she said this stuff, like saying like, "Oh,
hold on,
Valentina." Wait. Once she said that Valentina had all these fights under her belt and kept talking about her resume and pretty much putting doubt in herself, she already lost.
But let Coach talk.
Let Coach talk. Go ahead, Coach. What you say?
Okay. Nobody expected Sarge to win, but see, I interviewed Sarge. And when I asked Sarge about fighting Valentina, Sarge said, I don't have no problem fighting nobody. See, Nico ain't talking like that. Matter of fact, Nico is saying the exact opposite. You know why I wanted Sarge Eubanks to win? Because I knew that something like this would happen. See, Eubanks would have taken the fight and Eubanks would be ready to fight. See, that's the difference. See, it's called mindset. Okay, Nico on a whole different mindset. Nico got an excuse. Well, I'm hurt. I'm this. Well, you know what? I mean, you know what? Valentina had to go in there with a hurt hand against Amanda Nunes. She had injuries. Amanda Nunes had injuries going into the second fight with Valentina. Amanda Nunes had injuries when she fought Rocky Pennington. It's a part of the game. It's a part of the game.
Yeah, side surgery when she fought Valentina the second time, and then she got out from. She still had issues with her foot. Now she has shot for the next 6 months because of the foot. And and we can't forget Rocky. Her leg, it was maybe barely 80-70%. And when she fought Amanda, I mean, like I said, like Coach, you said, like fighters, when you're training, you're gonna have injuries. When you're getting prepped, you're gonna have injuries. Who was it? There was a boxer, Frida Gibbs. She fought Samaya Nani. She had an injured hand. She kept fighting until she decided that the hand it was too much to quit. There was a couple of people who had injured something during the fight and kept on fighting.
Jasmine Crawford. I interviewed Jasmine Crawford. She fought with what? A broken knuckle, man. She finished the fight with a broken knuckle and still won. And Nico ain't telling me nothing. I ain't trying to hear nothing.
What y'all gonna say? What are y'all gonna say? What are y'all gonna say if Nico goes in there and beats Valentina? What's gonna be y'all? What's gonna be y'all?
I think it's like in a multi-dimension thing that ever happens.
If Nico goes in there and defeats Valentina, she's gonna silence every last one of y'all.
I give her props. She gonna silence me.
I give her props. I give respect. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm like an old boxing fan. Like when Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas. I mean, I was like shocked, but it happens.
I give her props, but she need to take the fight. See, this ain't not about props. This about, look, girl, you picked the date. You said that you would fight on this date. And now, what were you trying to back out of it? No. We ain't backing out of this fight. No, I'm gonna keep my foot on Nico neck. And every chance I get, I'm gonna make me a video. You ducking, Nico. It's July. Nico is May. Nico is June. Every chance I get.
But like I said, Coach, like I said again, Valentina, she's antsy. She has not fought for almost 3 or 4 months. And she needs
she needs to wait her turn. She needs to wait. She needs to wait on the champion.
She ain't got no turn.
She want to wait. If anything, maybe they should give her a fight with Alexis Davis as a warm up. If anything, just to appease her. Because that's the thing is you know, like I see some points what BJ's saying, but you know, because you know, Valentina is pushing the issue, and like I said, and Nico did, and Nico did have surgery, but still, Nico has doubt, and when you have doubt is the biggest thing that can hurt a fighter.
Well, but Valentina should know. You're gonna have to wait. She waited on Amanda Nunes. That's how these things go. These people are fighters.
But see, listen,
BJ,
you can't compare.
BJ, you know anything about these Russians? They're not that patient.
You can't compare Amanda Nunes to Nico Montano. Again, what has Nico done? Who is Nico beat?
It's not about what Nico's done. It's not about what Nico's done, though.
She a paper champion.
It's not about what
Nico. She a paper champion. She knows what she is.
When I made that analogy, it was not based on either one of their resumes. That analogy was based on the fact that Valentina has had to wait before, so she can wait again. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what they've done or who they fought.
We talking about a Hall of Famer versus a Hall of No-Namer. Okay, we talking about a Hall of Famer versus a Hall of No-Namer.
And also,
Amanda Nunes is a Hall of Famer. Nico Montano, she's a Hall of No-Namer because right now, don't nobody know who she is. Don't nobody know who she is. And listen, the UFC, they trying to push this thing. Valentina is what's good for the division. I ain't saying Nico not, but Nico is shooting herself in the foot. If she fight Valentina, her portfolio is going to go up. It's not going down. It's going to go up.
And let's put flip sides. Remember when Carla Esparza won the championship and then JJ took it from her, and look what JJ did for the strawweight division. I know you like to, Coach, but that's about the same point. You know, Nico's was just the opening, but you know now she's just the water carrier for the real champion. It's gonna be Valentina, you know. And the point is like this: if she's not ready, if Nico's not ready, we understand that. She give her some time. She has to train. She has to heal. But don't go out there and be like shot calling when you just get into the big show.
She wasn't shot calling. The only person that was shot calling was Valentina Shevchenko, not Nico Montano.
Did Valentina call? Valentina reacted. The girl said she wanted to fight in July. Okay.
Yeah.
She don't. Nico the one put it out there. See, let me tell you. If I was Nico PR team, first of all, I'd be like, Nico, shut up.
Keep your mouth shut.
Listen, this is what
don't
you say.
Don't be a Megan.
Now, this is what I tell her. Hold on. I say, Nico, this is what you say. Listen, you tell everybody, hey, you hope to fight in July if everything's going good. But Valentina is definitely the fight you want to have. I want Valentina. I'm going to deal with that. See, that's what I would have been having her say. Not let Nico talk unabated. Nobody talked this girl through and told her anything because now she in a no-win situation now. Everybody knows she's scared, okay? Even some of her peers, they know she's afraid of Valentina. They know she don't want to fight, okay? The girl said, hey, I'll be ready in July. Why didn't she say, hey, I'm thinking I'll be ready in August? No, she said July. Well, it's almost July now. This is Nico's fault. All of this
Nico
is
never
Nico's fault.
Nico never said.
And I guarantee you, had they not put a belt on this, Nico Montano would have fought already. Stop this, man. This girl is trying to buy time. She probably want another fight, okay, before she even deal with Valentina. This girl trying to buy time. That's what she's doing, okay? Her time is up. TikTok. It's up. TikTok. It's up.
But Nico has never once said that she didn't want to fight Valentina. She's always said, "I will fight Valentina," and she said, and she put a statement out that said, "Why would I be scared of Valentina? She's a fighter just like I am." That's why I don't get why y'all are saying that.
But
you know what I'm saying? I get that.
But another stuff she said about comparing her resumes to Nico. You shouldn't never compare yourself to another person. If you're a fighter, you want to fight, you should fight. Never compare yourself to somebody else. And that's what she did. She opened the door for doubt of herself. She made that when she made that statement.
That's the way that y'all. That's the way that y'all are taking that. That's not the way that I am taking it.
No. Said that she's hoping to get on at UFC 226. She said this. Valentina didn't say this. She said this.
She's like I said, she's
I wasn't talking about that. What I was talking about was the fact that Valentina, Nico never said she didn't want to fight Valentina though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are saying that Nico, y'all are saying what y'all think Nico is meaning as if it's facts. That's not facts. That's a matter of opinion. The way that you interpret the way somebody says something.
It's called psychology.
You can't read a quote. Hold on, George. You can't read a quote and say, well, this is what they meant factually. You can't say that's a matter of y'all's opinion on how y'all perceive the words. It's not just because. Go ahead.
I am batting 1,000 when I'm predicting these girls and their psychological aspects, man. I'm batting 1,000. And I'm telling you right now, this girl and I had a talk with her team, her coaches, and she has been telling these people that I am not ready to deal with Valentina. I know I said July, but I don't think I can deal with it. I don't think I can beat her right now. Because why did she not sign the contract?
She will.
They both got a contract. Valentina got a contract. She signed.
You got to think about it.
And I got to bring this back. Hold on. I got to bring it back to you. They don't give contracts to people with no intention of signing them. They give the contract so you can sign it. That means that the UFC, Nick Maynard, Dana White, whoever, they sent the contract out with the intention of, hey, we want to book this fight for UFC 226 in July. That's why they sent the contract. They didn't send it as toilet paper so Nico can, wipe her butt with it. They didn't do that. They want Nico to sign on the dotted line. Make the fight, Nico.
And if Nico didn't want to fight, she could have said, nah, she could have sent it back and say, let's fight in September, where once after my surgery, I give myself a month or so, I'm healed, and then because July's too soon, I gotta train, yada 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 yada, I gotta heal, and she could have done that, but we had not heard anything said about the contract or an accident, or even had her management, her people talking to the UFC about changing the date. She's the champion. She's a champion, and she knows if she wants to, she can say, "Hey, I want to change the date." Like I said, Dana White he's the one who flew out and got the surgery, because he wants her to fight, and But if she's the one who says she's not ready, then you really hold up progress, and if you need to do is go ahead and tell them, I'm not ready. Give me some time, and then I'll be ready. But she's not doing that.
Well, there's no push for her to have the belt stripped. There's no push for her to hurry and sign the contract, according to Dana White. So I'm going to listen to what the boss says.
Dana White.
Wait a minute. But you do know Dana White don't deal with the women, right? I just want you to know. Okay, you do know who deals with the women. Okay, but you do know who deals with the women, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what's going on. But
no.
They still have to answer. They still have to answer the Dana White.
No. But you do know who deal with the women, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if we know that, the contracts are sent out. I don't care what Dana White said. Dana White is a man. He demands for money. He sent the contract out with the intention of Nico signing the contract. That it don't make sense for him to send a contract out to have Nico not sign it? That don't make sense, man. It don't make technological sense, and it don't even make business sense. Sign the contract. Like, you think they took all that time to draft up that, that probably 30+ paid contract to not have Nico sign on the dotted line? I mean, seriously. They did all that work to have Nico just say, "Oh, not ready yet." Nope. Because they have to ask Nico, "Hey, how your injury going, Nico?" See, these are conversations that they have. How your injury going? "Oh, I think I'll be ready in July." "Oh, okay, cool." So how do you think the UFC got the idea to send that contract and to have it drafted up for July? I mean, did they come up with that date out of thin air, or did they have to talk to Nico to get an idea of when she be healed? Come on, man.
Like I said, Nico's the champ, and the champ usually dictates what's gonna, even though you got the, she says, "Well, I want to fight here," she can fight there. Like when Amanda Nunes had surgery for sinusitis, and she supposed to fight Valentina, it was like a month later before they fought again, because Valentina had to get herself checked out, and then she was ready. She fought. But the thing is, Nico, I don't know if she really wants to fight. She might pull a Jermaine Durand. She might pull a Riddick Bowe. Just give it up and just walk away. That's up to her. But like I said, Valentina's chopping in the bit. She's ready to go. And if they don't get Nico, then give her somebody else. To sue the Savage Beast. Beast. I don't know. But the fact is, the truth is, she was not prepared for this. The Beach. She loved the idea of being champion, being the first Navajo to hold a title in the UFC, but she was not really prepared what was coming after that.
And she's not the Navajo champion. She's the world champion. She's the champion for the people, and the people, we want to see her fight.
Yeah, I know people want to see her fight. But as we're saying that we're gonna put that in that she is representing her people also, and they want her to see her go out there, and she's not. She has to represent not just her, but also her people and everybody else. But she's not doing that. And people they're getting frustrated. They want to see, hey, you're the champion. We want to see you fight. We want to see you, even if you have to be carrying on your shield out of that octagon. We want to see you just gut it out. Because, and just represent, just as what champion supposed to be. But not doing all the running around and rigmarole and just wordplay. That's
okay.
The thing of it.
But real quick, I'm gonna read this quote from Nico Montano. Okay, she said, "I had already stated my current situation a month ago and said my goal was to get healthy so I could come back and fight Valentina. So there was no question in my mind that she's going to be my next opponent. But they were kicking me while I was down, and I felt like I was backed into a corner and needed to defend myself. That's when she sort of apologized to Ariel Helwani. It was purely instinctual move that I shouldn't have taken it that far, but that's where it went. I won't. That's about it. That's really about it. But what she said about Valentina. So it's not like she's not ready. Like she's scared to fight Valentina. Like I don't understand that. I don't understand that. But I hear y'all's points, and I'm open to y'all's points, and I understand y'all. Mm-hmm. But I got to stick to my guns, and my guns is, I like Nico, and it's not just because I like Nico, but I rooted for Nico on the show. With barely knowing who she was, I had heard of Nico. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, they don't have that division. They don't have that division in the UFC. So, she really wasn't on my radar like that until I seen the name pop up on the Tough Show. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like I said, Nico has defied the odds so far. And to me, I don't see why she couldn't do it again. That's just my point. That's my point.
I don't think she's going to defy this hard this time.
I'm going to tell you, if you think for 1 minute, man, that Nico Montano hadn't watched video, and I'm talking about watched video, man, and and if you think that she ain't looked at that Priscilla Cachoeira fight, see, I'm gonna tell you something, man, and it's something with athletics, and I know you played them, we all play sports, but it's something, man, when first of all, you get an injury, okay, it's number one, when you get an injury, then your confidence anyway, even if you're fighting against an opponent and you think that opponent is a good opponent, now the injury, it magnifies your confidence. It decreases it, okay, even less. Okay, so now she done scoped out Valentina. I mean, she knew that if she stayed champion long enough, they're gonna have to cross paths. They're gonna have to. And she looked at that and she said, you know what, Valentina did this to Priscilla, and I don't feel like I'm ready. And I'm telling you, man, it's classic case of I don't feel like I'm really ready. I may need a tune-up fight. I may need a fight in between. See, I'm telling you, she's gonna try. If the fight even gets signed, man, I can see her actually pulling out the fight, having an injury, then having them try to rebook to give her more time to prepare for this fight. Nico know what Valentina can do. She know. That's why you never hear Nico. Nico always say, she a good fighter. She say that. She say that, Val's a good fighter. She fights well. And Nico know, man. She know.
Mr. Allen.
Oh,
hey,
Allen is in the building, man. He been listening to the live stream. And come on in.
Hey, can you hear me?
Man, we hear you loud and clear. BJ Johnson is on the line. George Page. The crew is all here.
Well, good, man. Hey, thanks for shooting me a link. Hey, I just want to ask BJ. So you did talk to Nico. You got the bat chat, the bat line.
Yeah.
And she said July. If she said July, did she say July? She would sign.
She says she's targeting the July date. That's what she said.
That's interesting because I've known the matchmaker now for almost 12 years. I have the bat line to him. So somebody's not telling the truth, and I can find out. So it's either the person delivering this message or the person you got the message from. Somebody's not telling the truth.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put it like this. I have a podcast. I have a podcast, and I reach out to a lot of fighters, and I talk to a lot of fighters, and I can only relay what is being said to me.
Right. Well, like I said, I can call the bluff on it, and I can just talk to the matchmaker and say,
"Hey, man, do your
contract because we're ready. We're ready."
Hey, I'm glad you are ready, and I'm glad your team is ready, and that's great. You know what I'm saying? But like I've been saying, my opinions are my opinions.
Sure.
And I'm going to stick to my opinions.
Hey,
so you can say what you say. You can spill what you got to spill. That's great. I'm happy for you. But my opinion is my opinion. So
no, your opinion is great.
BJ sound like a Trump supporter.
No. Look, you have to respect his opinion. But when you start talking about business facts, that is obviously not in the depth of the conversation because there's only a few bits and pieces that are coming out here that are not known to people, and they don't necessarily have to be known to people. But I can tell you what is our fighter agreed, had a contract. We are going to fight in July. Now, if you're putting out information now that the other fighter said they would fight in July, my job is to make that fight happen. So let's make it happen. If you have the line and you have the insight, let's make that fight happen.
Well, that's what I was.
Do you got? No. You came and you said that you talked to Nico and she told you she was targeting July. Let's make it happen.
Nico Montano didn't say anything different to me. George, you can key all you want to. Nico Montano she didn't say anything to me that she hasn't said publicly. So she said publicly that she's targeting the July day. And she just said to me what she said to everybody else. So I don't understand what the attempt of a call out is.
It's no call out. It's simple. Here's how you communicate about the business of these fights is if you want to fight in July and you're offered a fight in July, you sign the contract. It doesn't matter what you say.
Correct.
Right. So you can say all you want on Twitter. You can say it to news media. You can do whatever. But if you're going to fight, you have to sign the contract.
That's true. That's one aspect.
So why has it been signed?
That's one aspect of Nico I do not agree with. She does need to sign the contract. But what she said,
that's that simple. See, and that's the simplicity of it. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what Ariel Helwani says. It doesn't even the main important thing. It doesn't matter what anybody said in the media. What's important is when those contracts are issued, like what Coach said, they're not sending those out randomly in hopes that people sign those things. Those things are put, especially a title fight. You probably don't even know the steps of who's involved to get a title fight together, you know, especially if it's going to be a main or co-main event. It's just not something that they throw against the wall in hopes that somebody might take that. That's not it. And if you believe that, then you guys got to go back to the drawing boards and learn more about the business, because that's not how it works.
Mr. Allen, can I ask this question? Would Valentina be susceptible to fight somebody else?
Valentina is going to fight for a title. That's it. End of story.
Title fight, baby.
So doesn't matter who. Valentina said herself. She said, "I don't care who, but I'm fighting for a title." It's that simple.
So she would take, like, if they do like a title, if they strip Nico for the title and do a title elimination,
she have no choice. She's fighting for the title. So if you go logically by the steps, she's going to fight for the title. She can't. She has to fight someone.
Well, Dana White, and I'm pretty sure you caught that interview too, Mr. Roger. I'm pretty sure you. Okay. There's no talks. There's no talks for the belt. No talks at all.
Hold on. Let me. If you want to listen to what Errol want me,
I've been listening.
No, you haven't. You've been right now. You're talking over me.
Talk.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I am talking. You know, you quote Dana, and no one can dispute Dana. He's the ultimate authority, and he spoke for 3 people. Okay, he said it'd be coming from him, Sean Shelby, or Mick Maynard. But Ariel Helwani has contacts throughout the organization, many, and I will tell you why I know this, because we're negotiating deals that very few, if almost nobody, knows about, and he contacts me to confirm. And I'm like shocked. I'll even contact the UFC and say, whoa, how does this guy know this information? Because we haven't told a soul. It hasn't even come outside of our circle. So no one should even know this. So if you really believe that only 3 people in the UFC talk to Ariel Helwani, then you obviously have a lot to learn.
I'm just taking the words from the boss, and he said there was. If Dana White says there's no talks of Nico being stripped, then I'm sorry, but I gotta believe that.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said in the conversation. So you need to go back and listen to it.
Well, I actually just watched it while I'm sitting here. That's what made me bring it up. And he said, when he was asked,
and I'm not disputing about him saying anything about being stripped. That wasn't even part of the conversation.
It was part of the conversation.
I don't think so.
Okay. Coach, were people not saying that if she's not going to fight, she should be stripped?
No, that's people. People were saying that's people. You're
people in this
stream, what people.
People in this stream were saying that just now before you came.
Yeah, people were saying it. People, exactly. But you're confusing 2 conversations now. You're confusing 1 of what's actually happened. 2 is what's going on in the stream.
Oh man!
If she's holding the title, she should be stripped. And and that's if she's not.
I just want to make sure if you come across as an authority about having access to someone that's actually said they're going to fight on a date, I'm telling you, I know the people that can make it happen on that date. So I'm calling somebody's bluff, either your bluff or Nico's bluff.
Well, I'm glad you have those connections, and I applaud you for having those connections, but I don't have those connections. So I'm going to say, the only thing I can say is what's being told to me, okay? So I'm going to applaud you for having your connections. That's really, really great. Like, that's really awesome. Hopefully one day I can have like that. But I can only...
So like I said, Nico's bluffing you.
Yeah, see, my thing, I want to keep it simple, man. If they sent this girl the contract, and if Valentina got the contract, and if Valentina signed the contract, and Nico didn't sign the contract, but Nico was the one who picked out the dates. I mean, she the one said it. July.
No, there's some confusion about that too. Nico actually, she said early July. The fight was not scheduled till the end of July. That actually gave her more time to heal, and there's a reason for that. And again, you guys don't know all of it. I'm not going to tell you all the details, but it's very simple. You communicate when you want to fight, not on Twitter, not through the media. You do it by signing a contract. It's that simple.
BJ.
Team Nico. Team Nico. Team Nico.
I'm glad. Hey, I applaud you for that. I'm glad that you are a fan of hers and you back her. It makes for good conversation. It really does. But like I'm telling you, there's fact, there's fiction, there's a little gray area in the middle. The fact is, our fighter's ready to fight for a championship title, and that's it. That's a fact.
Like my man Jay-Z said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Team Nico.
So basically what he's saying is, ain't gonna be no fights in between. Valentina fighting for that belt. One way or another, that belt, she gonna fight for the belt. And if it's not against Nico, it's gonna be against somebody, because Nico ain't gonna have that damn belt. It's gonna get stripped if Valentina ain't fighting Nico for the belt.
We don't make those decisions. Those decisions are made by the UFC. You've never heard me say that that's going to happen. Now, what people say in the stream, they imply or they infer that this is going to happen. Hey, that's fine and dandy. But I didn't say the UFC said that. Not at all. I didn't. You know, that's the crazy part of this discussion.
Well, that's great.
I don't want anybody stripped. I want to see the fight.
I want to see the fight too. That's all I want to see.
Use your bat phone and make it happen.
Well, I need to get that. I need to see that fight so we can see Nico with the win. I can get that post-fight interview. That's all I'm gunning for.
Hey, that's good.
That's all I'm gunning for. And if Valentina wins, I'll reach out to her and do a post-fight interview with her. Here, so there we go.
That's fair.
Hey, that's all good. That's all good.
Connection, BJ.
Hey, no, the simple part of it really is the two really need to fight.
Yes.
And the date, and I'll tell you, in my gut feeling, the fight will happen. Hopefully, unless there's more injuries, more. The thing that concerns me, because I listen to all these interviews too, is in the recent interview, I don't know if you caught this, it said, "My body is breaking down." That came from Nico. It wasn't "my body was breaking down," "my body is breaking down." And at some point, unfortunately, if you can't fight, then the writing's on the wall. Then the division has to move on. So hopefully I'm ready. If she's healthy, all this extra care, because the UFC just don't fly people out randomly to get procedures done. They just don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
once you get ready.
So, you know, and for them to take these measures, they had their reason to take these measures, and luckily for her, which is great that she was able to have that done. I think that's incredible. But at some point, you have to really make a decision. Either you're going to fight or you're not going to fight. And it's that simple. But to come out with all this other stuff as well, now we're targeting July. You know, July has been targeted the whole time. So that's just BS.
Okay, that's exactly the point I was trying to tell y'all when you tried to call me out saying, "Oh, this and that." Nico didn't tell me anything different than what she said publicly. July was always the target. Exactly. My point exactly. You just made my point for me.
No, you just said her return was targeted for July. Not the fight was targeted for July. So what is it?
My question, if you go back and Coach, tell me if I'm wrong. If you go back and listen to what I said, I asked Nico, was there an update on her and Valentina? And she said, I am targeting the July date. That was my exact words.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I thought you said too.
Okay. I didn't say she said her return was in July. She said the fight with Valentina, she was targeting for July.
Well, I think we're playing semantics. I think we're playing semantics with words at this point.
Okay.
Oh, God, dog.
Well, hey,
I think so.
Hey, I'm a huge fan of screenshots. I can provide those. I'm a huge fan of screenshots. You should check out. Hey, Roger. In the meantime, you should subscribe to No Filter MMA. Though you might.
Well, it's much more fun to spar with you on here.
Promotion.
Man. But I do appreciate it.
Facts,
though. But
Facts.
Hey,
facts.
That's what all I'm here is try to just do one thing. is if it's true, it's targeted for July, then we can smoke that out. That's all.
He said smoke them out. Yeah,
that's it. If it's July,
smoke
them
out.
So yeah, I'm a fan of screenshots too.
Okay.
And like I said, is this very conversation?
Subscribe to No Filter MMA and you might see that screenshot.
Oh man. Oh, come on, man. You self-promoting, man. Cut that out, man.
Yeah.
Cut that out. Cut it out. Man.
But anyway, so like I said, and I have a question for you. What's the highest level of communication to accept the fight?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
What was the question?
What's the highest level of communicating of the willingness and ability to accept the fight?
I don't understand the question. You have to dig a little deeper for me, bro.
She's asking if she's ready to fight or not.
In my opinion, I think she's ready to fight.
Okay. Now, how do you move a fight forward?
That's the question you need to. That's the question you need to answer, not me. You got the connections. You got the connections. I'm just a fan.
But he asked you.
She needs to sign the contract.
There you go, George.
She needs to sign the contract.
You know what I'll do? What I'll do for you, BJ, from now on, I'll start making either a true or false or A, B, or C. That's and I'll even give you a big cheap tablet and a number 2 pencil for it also.
Okay. I'll appreciate
it. You know, like I said, I love having a conversation, but I don't do dumb very well. I'll just be somebody plays dumb with me.
And I don't get on the spot very well either. So
I got you.
He's on fire.
No.
Come on,
like I said, if you're gonna have an opinion, just back it up. Just back it up. That's all I said. If you have all these things that were said and are true, just back it up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna back it up. Team Nico. Team Nico.
BJ, you just got your feet put to the fire, man. You just got burned.
Team Nico. I'm fireproof, bro. If you ain't know by now, Team Nico.
Team Nico.
Hey, coach, you guys have a good night. Like I said,
good night. See you later.
The only thing I say is just sign.
All right.
Not a contract, baby.
Mr. Allen. Good night.
Hey, y'all have a good night. Take care.
Good night.
He's trying to push him
Get out of here, man. Ain't nobody want to hear that. Come on, speaking that Valentina piece. I'm Team Nico.
But BJ, he has more direct contact.
That's good for him.
Come on, man. BJ,
you're getting more second, third hand stuff.
The jig is up.
You not even give for Nico. Most people
jig ain't up for me. I'm Team Nico. I'm Team Nico.
We caught on the Nico months ago, man.
Yeah. We caught on even on the computer.
We caught on the Nico months ago, man. It's a wrap. Look, man, she take that fight good. I give her props. She take the fight. You know, we're about to close out of here, man. But I'm gonna give her props. Look, at this point, I don't even care if Nico win or lose. Hell, if Nico take the fight, she get props. God, dog.
Yeah, she survives. Oh yeah, coach. I want to throw this out. I have my own Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's called Ladies of Sweet Science. All you gotta do is just search for it. It's mostly a site that I started out a couple years back. It was mostly women's boxing, but then when I started really getting M&A, I got some stuff up pictures. I put in stories. If anybody's interested, you want to look at it, join. Maybe put in your own opinions, your own thoughts about women's women's boxing, M&A, and just come to my site. It's on Facebook. It's called Sweet Ladies of the Ladies of the Sweet Science. So just check it out if you like to. That's something I started. Just for a little fun of it, because I'm a fan of women's boxing, a fan of women in the M&A. I'm pretty much a fan of I'm a fan of most women of anything. So you know that.
Yeah, Mary Thomas. I thought Mary Thomas was gonna jump in there, man. I sent the link to Mary.
I think
Mary said she didn't want. Mary said she didn't want none of this tonight, Coach. She said we was too much for her tonight, man.
Man, nah,
BJ, you get too much from Roger or too much for you.
Yeah, he wasn't too much for me. He ain't never too much for me, bro. Because I'm telling you, dude. If any of y'all watching this stream right now, if any of y'all are subscribed to No Filter MMA, y'all will see that. You will see that I am a very opinionated person, and I stick by my guns no matter what. I don't care if you put Dana White on. I'm gonna stick to my guns because I feel how I feel, and I got reasons to feel why I feel. So it is what it is to me. Little stuff like that, stuff like him coming on. That's the second time me and him have had words about this. It is what it is.
I had to translate for you, BJ.
These are the facts.
What he said to you.
These are the facts. Come on, man.
Yeah, I had to translate what he said to you.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Oh, God. I think, Coach, it's just the truth is like this. We got to fight. We have to wait and see. It's like a wait and see situation. If Nico's is ready, then she's ready. She's not. But it's just a wait and see situation.
See, listen.
Coach, I'm getting off here, man. I ain't dealing with y'all no more tonight, man. Y'all done got my blood, man.
Well,
bye, Felicia.
I've always been taught, see, being a part of the LDBC, see, we thrive. Debates is our thing, man. It's going to be hard. You can't win a debate on emotion and opinion. Only facts. Only facts.
Hey, Coach, I'm spitting. Hey, y'all the ones coming with the opinion, man. I'm coming with facts. Y'all coming with what y'all think. Y'all coming with what y'all think she means. By what y'all coming with what she means with what she's saying. I'm just saying what she's actually saying.
No,
she's telling you one thing and telling somebody else another.
Okay, but we still have to go back to the issue is sign the contract. Because if she signed the contract, then everything I'm saying is null and void. As long as that contract is not signed, she's scared.
That's right.
And she can do this. She can take the contract back to take the monster. Hey, take it back. Let me give you some time. Let me get myself ready, and then we'll fight. And she can do that too. That's the option she has. But she's not choosing to take that option.
Man,
well, that's all right. That's all right, man. Y'all roast me on here, but it's all good though. It's all good, Coach.
I roast you. I ain't roast you.
Man, that's not. You Coach be trying to cut my neck with bringing that dude Roger on. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Come on.
Wait a minute. He asked me to come on. He asked me to come on. I said sure.
Roger's that type of dude. He'll probably every so often he gets the free time. He'll listen to, and then we want to go on. He comes on.
Yeah.
I think that we had maybe like 3 or 4 exchanges with him, and ever since I've been on here.
Hey man,
I've had a couple with him too. But it don't matter. It don't matter how many times he come on. I'm still Team Nico.
Team Nico.
Nico better sign the contract. No, what Nico better. Nico ain't signed the contract. Nico.
When Nico get carried off like on a stretcher, you be like in the corner somewhere crying. Nico. You be like Ricky.
TJ 347. I appreciate that, bro. Armpit sting, whatever that is. I can't read that. I appreciate the love, fellas. Thank you.
TJ is being sarcastic.
Oh,
He's being sarcastic.
Hey, Coach, let's just leave his little world, and he'll be all right with the ponies and the ice cream and everything.
God.
Wait a minute, TJ. TJ, you owe me from another fight. Which fight was that, TJ? You owe me from another fight, bro. You already owe me some money. So let's not forget that. We betted on another fight. I gotta look back and see what fight that was, but we betted on another fight and I won. And so TJ, you already owe me. So let's get that straight now.
Oh man, this is good. This is good.
Coach said this is good.
This is great. Well, this is a good live stream. I don't matter. Hey, but man, don't worry about it. Next time we'll get you again. We'll get you again. Yeah, we get you again, man. We get him.
I'm through with you, Coach.
Well,
like Coach, like Tony said, you know, another Pueblo, he'll love you
She'll love me in the
Is
morning.
that right, Frank?
that's right.
Another Pueblo. Everybody loves the bad guy. Everybody loves the bad guy. If it wasn't for you regular people have a boring life without the bad guy.
No worries.
I'm out.
Everybody
Coach, I'll holler at you next time, man. You know, I ain't got no problem coming on. I'll come on. Come on, man. I'm out.
Sure thing, man.
Oh, he's running.
Gonna
And
be
he is running.
Gonna be a minute.
Peace out, fellas.
Later, fellas.
Peace
Later.
out. See you later. All righty. Have a good night, everybody.
All right,
like I
folks.
said, check out my. But like I said again, check out my my page on Facebook. Laser Sweet Science.
TJ said BJ equals bad judgment.
Oh God. Oh God, TJ should be terrible judgment.
BJ Johnson, BJ. Oh man, gotta love him though.
He had to run. I mean, like I say, he just don't like I said. He don't want to say like that.
BJ
Nico is just she's just just a walkthrough for Valentina. That's what it is. She's just a walkthrough for the title. She's just a door. She's gonna pull it and just get out of the way, and the title's right there waiting for her. And
BJ, gotta love you though, man. I gotta love you, BJ. You good man. Bro, love you, BJ. But Roger got you, man. I mean, I was already I was taking it easy, man. Then Roger just came in and put the flamethrower to him and set him on fire.
That's the reason why he got off so early, be Coach, because he needed to get some of that Neosporin on his feet.
Oh Lord, he said, "Stick to your own opinion, not coaches." All right. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It's all love here, y'all. We all
we're having a good time here, But well, this is like this was fun. I mean, it was fun. We originally were talking about Meatball, but she, her doing the Harlem Shake on the octagon mat. That's just but like I said, Valentina, she's ready. She's waiting. And she said, and it doesn't, like Roger said, she's fighting for the title. She wants the title. And it doesn't matter if it's Nico, if it's Sarge Eubanks, or if it's Smithhead Murphy, she wants that title. Yeah. If it is Smithhead Murphy, she kill Smithhead Murphy. She'd kill her. Worse than Nico or even Priscilla.
Well, bro, I'm cutting this stream off. Time to go. I got stuff I got to get done, and people looking at me crazy right now. Anyway, I got to go, but I'm out. Later, y'all.
All right. Peace out.